It's almost like if you're like hosting a party, like say I hosted a party the other weekend and was making lasagna. First person that shows up way too early. I'm
Yep.
sitting there literally still like finishing the meat sauce, finishing everything. I'm trying to put things together. Haven't even
Hmm.
layered the lasagna yet and put it in the oven. They're here. And I'm just sitting there just scrambling because it was like you weren't supposed to be here yet. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that's exactly what Battle State is going through with
and
that
they're
lightsaber.
sitting there and they're like, "You need any help with anything?"
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're just not
Can I-
supposed to be here.
Yeah,
Help
you're
you
not
with
supposed to be
something?
here.
Yeah, go back home.
There's a bar around the corner. Just go have a beer. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Get
get
out
out
of
of my
here.
house. All right, so do we want to
At
try
this
and get
point, yeah, I
started?
think we should dive into the subjects.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, we're a little late,
I'm
so-
sorry, Dom, but
Mm-hmm.
guys, I want to welcome everybody to the very first. I almost said annual, but this is not annual. The very first Level
That'd
Check
be hard to grab.
podcast from the and the title came from TheRevTrev. He came up with the Level Check podcast. Got to give him a shout out there.
Mhm.
And yeah, we were supposed to have H Domino here, but unfortunately, even though we accommodated for his time change and everything, we did everything for him. But he's not here because
Damn, calling him out.
yeah, I mean, I'm going to. I have to. No, we love him. We love him, and we wish he
Yeah.
could be here. He might honestly hop in here in the middle of something. He's not like in my Discord, is he? He's not
I
like
don't think
sitting in
so.
the drag me or something.
I can't do anything on
don't-
Discord because we're using it.
Okay, no, he's not sitting in the drag. Oh wait, there's a message. No, that's Trev. Okay.
It's me.
Um, but yeah, so guys, welcome to the very first Level Check podcast. It's gonna be a podcast where we, as of now, are talking about Tarkov stuff, just the game that we're playing, the game that we love. And it's something I've been kind of talking about for months and months and months. I know I talked about it with Waylon and Blake, but we kind of got a good group together, and I was like, you know what, guys, let's go for it. Let's just do it. We're all in here. We're all trying to become better creators, do things. And I think this was an awesome thing to do, and just a place we can kind of come rant, talk about bullshit, and just kind of get stuff done, So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, if you guys want to like introduce yourselves a little bit, because I mean, who knows who's going to be watching this, I'm Nathan, been a Tarkov streamer since 2020, 7 wipes in, Kappa twice, so I'm like middle of the road player, I guess. Yeah, that's about it for me, I guess.
Have you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. I'm the RevTrev. I come from many different video games. I was in the Navy for 10 years, and I play a lot of Star Citizen and Tarkov. More Tarkov these now recently. I started back in August on Tarkov, so I'm like was late to the wipe, I guess, and so it was a little bit difficult, but I'm on my I call it my first official wipe, and so I'm really enjoying it. I'm at level 27, 26, I think now. So been grinding out the wipe so far and having a lot of fun. But yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess. I'm terrible at intros, as you can see.
Yeah, I think all of us are, so it's fine.
One thing.
Oh, and I jump in my chair and twerk it sometimes, just randomly out of
He does
nowhere.
do that.
He does.
I've rated him twice. He does do that.
That's the only reason I do rate him.
Dude,
Oh,
once I
man.
get a juicy PC, Star Citizen is one that is on my list. It looks beautiful.
Dude, I've got one.
I
I've
know
got
it's a
one
buggy
in
mess, but
process.
I hear it's beautiful.
Oh, it's
I've
it's
seen it's
absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah. So I've got a new PC in the works right now.
Oh
So I'll be
shit!
running a dual PC setup very soon.
Beautiful. Let's
Nice.
go.
Shit's gonna look real good.
One thing before we move on to whoever's introducing next, I just want to say I love that Trev like kind of got comfortable in his chair, and then I watched all of us reposition ourselves in our chair and like move our mic. We were all like, yeah, time to relax.
Well, I mean, why are we gotta? We don't have to be like, hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you? No, yeah. But yeah, Blake, you wanna go next, buddy?
Yeah, sure. So I go by IGoByBuhlockay on Twitch, and I am a full-time electrical engineer. Been streaming for I guess just over 2 years, I think. Started out with Sea of Thieves and Pirate Game ARG, and then I ended up switching to Tarkov as soon as I got a PC, and I've been addicted to pain ever since because we all know how Tarkov can be. But but yeah, it's been a blast. It was like starting over whenever I started Tarkov because there's very different games, but it's been a journey. It's been a lot of fun, and God, there's been a lot of changes since I started. I guess it was 3.5 wipes ago. Sounds about right. It was like 2 weeks before the December wipe of like 2020, I think. Sounds about right.
Okay.
But yeah, um, so pretty I would say a pretty casual player, just because I get to get on for my like 3 hours a day in the morning, you know. So
Same.
yeah. So I think it's a different level of input. So yeah, yeah,
We
it's
should
Yep.
been
play in the morning, Balake.
we should.
Well,
Should play in the morning.
I was like. I was like, this is an awesome like group of people that we have, because it's like we have a mix. We have like people that only get to play 3 hours a day. We have people where this is like their first real wipe. Then you have like me, who's played really long but isn't very good, and then you have the last person that's here, Waylon, who has played just as long as me, if not longer, and most of the time, half the time, I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's cheating.
Mhm.
So, like, so I'm like, I don't know.
Them
So-
20-year-old
Stop telling-
reflex,
so wait,
man.
with
Stop
that
telling
out,
my
Yeah, he's got those
secrets.
young eyes.
with that
Yeah.
out of the way, Waylon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm EverbiltGaming. I've been streaming since 2019, playing Tarkov since 2017. I don't know how many wipes that's been. I'm not even gonna try figuring that one out. Um, used to be pro, not anymore, but now more relaxed, casual. Like helping people out in the game.
What a
So that's
chat.
pretty much it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this guy.
I
Yeah,
feel like we
we-
should start our intros with like, "Hi, my name's Trev, and
Hi,
I'm addicted to
Trev."
Tarkov."
We
Trev.
probably should. We should have named this Tarkov's Anonymous or
Yeah.
something like, you know, like that would-
We missed a chance. there.
you know what? Chat, everybody, we may do a name change. I'm just saying,
Rebranding.
branding
Already.
completely
Rebranding
gone.
after the first episode.
We could have like an alias. An alias is Tarkov's Anonymous, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, guys, so new wipe. How's everybody's wipe feeling? You know, like we're all at different levels here, but I feel like we all started at the same time. We've all played together. I think except Waylon has not played with Trev, and I think that's the only person that hasn't really like played together.
Mhm.
But how are your wipes? How's the wipe going for you guys?
Well, I mean, I'm at level 26, and when I started in August, it took me about 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, I don't even remember, to just get to level 15. And so, like, I guess it's been nice taking the knowledge that I was able to take pretty recently, because I started in August, and I'm at level 1, and now I'm taking that like recent knowledge of doing tasks and stuff, and I guess able to put that into like play now that I like know more about the game, know the maps, know the guns, or most of the guns. And it's been nice as like a new player, because it really feel like it's helped out. I will say this, now that I've like done more of the quest, I'm at quests that I did not do or didn't even get to in my little short time in the wipe. And now I'm just like, Tarkov Wiki is my friend again. It's like
Oh,
my
yeah,
Yeah,
one and
you
only
just have it
friend.
up on the
Yeah,
second monitor at all
exactly.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Or you
It's
just
like
have somebody, you're like, hey, what do I do for this quest? And they
Right.
like
And
carry you through it, you know? Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. What does this say to do? I don't know where that is, but we're gonna find it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Imagine not having Tarkov Wiki.
Right?
That'd be a pain. I still use it.
That'd
to
be
this day.
wild.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
still multiple, like all the gunsmith tasks. I don't know how to do any of them. Almost every task, like even early quest tasks, I still have to like go in and look at what key I need. You know, like
Mhm.
I don't think that's ever
yeah.
gonna go away. But
Hell, I'll have all of the tasks on my other screen and forget to do it.
oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I'm the worst.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, like for me, the wipe has been like it's honestly like I've never leveled this fast. You know, like I feel like for some reason I don't know if it's just because I've played for so many now and I'm like getting more efficient. But I'm level like 32 or something like that. I've never leveled this fast.
Damn.
I've done 14 streams, really like 13 because one of them was an hour and a half and I just hated my life and just ended it. But
Happens.
like in 13 streams, I'm already level like 32 or something like that. That's pretty.
That's
I don't
big.
think I've ever made it that far that quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
for
Crushing
me, yeah, exactly. So I mean, like my wipe is it's going smooth, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the questing. I'm really hard in the questing right now.
Yeah. I'd
I
say
feel like
for
my wipe.
me,
Oh, go ahead.
I'd say for me, this wipe, I've definitely been the slowest on those initial quests that I've ever been. Other than like my first full wipe. Um, I'd say that this is probably the slowest that I've done those initial quests because I've been just more into the thought of just like going in and just having fun with it and caring less, I guess, is a way to put it. Not the best way to put it, but I've gotten to level I think 16 or 17. I'm somewhere in there.
Okay. I
But
remember you were like, "Oh, we're gonna you had your stream title like
Bleed
flea
today?
market
Question
flea
mark?
today question mark for like 3 or 4
For like 3
days."
streams. Yeah, exactly. It's just I don't know. I've had a hard time. I've had a hard time locking in on those quests for sure.
Yeah.
This wipe, but I've been having. I've still been having fun, like just BSing the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Before Waylon, before you say something, I just got a message in chat. It's somebody from Dom's community that says, "I just gonna say that Dom has an event in his Discord, which is saying that the Level Check podcast is in about 4 hours."
Oh no.
Oh,
He got the time
no.
wrong.
I think he
He's definitely asleep.
I think he's on the wrong Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
oh right.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Poor
Yeah.
Dom.
So I think
You
we
know,
might be missing him here.
he did mention at one point that that was going to be 11 o'clock for him, and I was like, he is not 11 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier.
I
That's
don't know
right.
times.
I should have said something because he's like that's 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. for me, bro, and I was like,
So basically, what I'm hearing is it's Blake's fault.
Nice
yeah,
going, Blake.
probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way to
Typical
go, Blake.
typical
probably.
Blake, you know?
Hashtag Blake's fault.
Yeah.
Cancel him.
Yo, check. Can we get some hashtag Blake's fault, please? I feel like that's been a thing in my chat before. I think like Mommy Ninja or somebody has been like hashtag Blake's
Oh
fault.
yeah, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember them coming over to my chat and saying it.
Yeah. So I feel like it's
No,
already a
I may
thing.
not have even been with you that morning.
Probably. But Waylon, how's the wipe going for you? Initial thoughts, like how you're doing.
Already got Kappa.
No, I'm personally I've had to take this wipe a lot slower due to the new audio.
A lot slower.
New
He's still
audio.
level like 40.
I've had
Yep.
no, I'm only level 35, but I've had to take it really slow this wipe because of like PvP aspect. You don't really know because you're so used to like old audio. It's been the same since 2019, 2018 area. You have no idea where anything's at. You can hear a shot at, say you're on customs, you're at crack. You hear a shot towards like old gas. It could be all the way at checkpoint.
Interchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no
All the way
idea.
at interchange.
Pretty much.
It could be underground in interchange, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's probably
You know,
Killa.
It's Killa. No.
You know, I do a couple raids a day now, kind of just slowing down. But
I've
I feel like
noticed
it's
you've been
pretty good.
playing a lot more offline than you have really like on stream, I'm saying.
My playing offline is a lot of just sitting on my stash and going through Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah, just racking them hours up. You know, you got to flex them hours on us because they
No.
I've
reset
got
yours.
2,000 hours in my stash.
That's possibility. I don't know,
dude. But
maybe.
that's what this game is. You know, like,
A lot of it's sorting too.
and it kind of goes into like the next point that I kind of wanted to say is like what it feels like, especially this wipe, and I don't know if it's just because I've noticed it wipe after wipe after wipe, or if it's just like I'm finally getting to this realization. But it's like it seems like the game has, and I've said this in my stream, it seems like the game has some sort of identity crisis going on right now.
Mhm.
Like it's like you don't know what to do because you have your stash where you'll sit in there for like 20 minutes trying to get stuff together, and then you go into a raid and like you're already overweight. You know, like you go into a raid and the game is like, hey, go into raid, get loot, and get out. But now you go into raid, you pick up one thing, and you aren't recovering stamina anymore. Now, I mean, yes, that's a very big exaggeration, but it's like you kill a 2-man, you get out with maybe an armor and a gun. You know,
Yeah.
other than that, you can't move. I feel like
has become not a thing because of it.
yeah,
You can't carry 2 TV-110s. You can't carry 2 M1 or an M1 or whatever.
yeah,
It's too
and
heavy.
it's like not, you can't do that until you have max strength or whatever. And it's almost as if the game was built for endgame, which I mean, it makes sense, right? They like they
Sure.
want people to have slow progression and get to the end of the wipe or the end of the leveling process or get to cap or light keeper or whatever it is. They want people to get there slow, right? But like I feel like it's such a detriment to the beginning of the game. I feel like if you started at level like 20 strength and 20 endurance, that would make a world of difference. You know? And I understand that everybody's like, "Oh, beginning of the wipe is my favorite part." But from playing the beginning of this wipe, I almost like mid wipe more, where you have strength, you have endurance, and you have money to be able to spend to take in those good kits, you know? So I'm kind of at this point I'm like, what? Tarkov just feels weird. It feels in a really weird spot of what does the game want me to do whenever I go in? You know? I feel like I'm just like I go in, I'm already overweight, I'm only leveling strength. So what is the point? You know?
Yeah.
So I think to your point, I think that fighting is the most fun in early wipe by a long shot, but the looting is awful. The looting is great whenever you have that strength leveled up and the endurance if it levels up.
If.
Yeah.
But when you have your strength up, it's great because then you can actually carry people's stuff out. But
Or they can
the
carry
early level
yours.
fights are so much fun, and I think a lot of like what they've changed about the game is trying to extend that early that early white feel in the fights, but not sure if that's actually the way it's going to play
Yeah,
out.
but like
We will see.
in doing so, it's almost like they made it more of a grind fest instead of actual gameplay. You
Yeah,
know?
What if
it's
like
literally
what if
based on
like
hours.
what if they're what if they're trying to slow people down because they're trying to still piece together the finish, you know?
So I
Because I
think
know they made it to like who was it like Trey made it to he made it to Lightkeeper and it was like
he wasn't supposed to be there.
It was unfinished. Like you're like like the developers were. It was like the developers like how
You
did it
weren't
get there
supposed
so
to be here
fast?
yet. Yeah.
This isn't it. No, we made things to where this isn't supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be able to do this. Why are you here? And it was like an incomplete product because like I think somebody had said he got there and it was just like dialogue and it was just like nothing else and it's like like maybe they're just like we're not done yet.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you're like hosting a party, like I like say I hosted a party the other weekend and was making lasagna. First person that shows up way too early. I'm
Yep.
sitting there literally still like finishing the meat sauce, finishing everything. I'm trying to put things together. Haven't even layered the lasagna yet and put it in the oven. They're here. And I'm just sitting there just scrambling because it was like you weren't supposed to be here yet. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that's exactly what Battle State is going through with
and
that
they're
lightsaber.
sitting there and they're like, "You need any help with anything?" It's like
Yeah.
it's like, no, you're just not
Yeah.
supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're
Do
not supposed to be
something?
here.
Yeah, go back home.
There's a bar around the corner. Just go have a beer. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Get
get
out
out
of
of my
here.
house.
Go touch some grass.
Yeah.
Coming from Tarkov players, go touch some grass. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
I went
Add
to a
on to
museum
that.
yesterday.
Add on to the like being able to carry stuff's weight out for like Blake
Mhm.
and Rev being newer. They never got to experience the old weight system. I think you did, Nathan.
Yeah, where it wasn't
Where you
an
could just
issue.
carry anything you want.
Where you could take thick
Pretty much-
cases into labs, fill them up, and
I
walk
got the
out like it
end
was
of
nothing.
wipe, but like I was also brand new to the game. Like I got the last like 3 weeks of the wipe before they added
Okay.
the inertia, if I'm
Ye-
not mistaken.
Yeah, like because it used to be, and I'm not saying I want this back, but you could literally take a thick wet items case into raid with you,
Mhm.
fill it up, and then fill up your backpack and walk out like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I want that back, but it's like right now.
Okay, I didn't experience that type of weight. I didn't experience that. Like you could still get overweight whenever I
Oh
changed.
yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
But now it's like, okay, say you're a solo, you go up against a 3 or a 4 man, you take them all out. It's like you're punished for that. Then you don't get to take that loot that you won. You know,
Right.
on top of all the
gotta
loot
choose.
you might have already looted. And like, yeah, it's a game of choice, but that game of choice almost comes with the amount of stash room you have, like on your character. Like if your backpack's only so big, you can only take so many things. Where now it's like, okay, I just killed a 4 man. You might have got the best gear from all of them. You might have stripped all their weapons. You might have all the good shit. But now you have to crawl to extract. You know?
Mhm.
It's like, so now there's a player scav that's out there that's just like waiting. Just like, oh, that guy's juicy. He can't move. And then you get into a fight and it's like, oh, I have to drop this backpack and get out of here. You know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I don't necessarily know a better way. And I'm not saying I know a better way, but I feel like there needs to be a better way. You know, like,
Right.
I just feel like we get so punished for picking shit up in raid when the game is like, hey, go pick shit up in raid. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the minimum to be able to not be overweight should be a little bit higher, or the maximum to not be overweight should be higher.
Oh, yeah.
Is the main thing, because like it wasn't last wipe, but it was the wipe before that. I think first wipe. But like I could go in with my loadout and not be overweight.
Mm-hmm. Where now
Now-
you go in with a Mosin and you're overweight. And it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what am I supposed to take in? You know, and
Mhm.
and then they added the gym, but like, is that supposed to supplement something? Like, and that could just be like it's the first iteration of the gym, right? We just got new iterations of the shooting range, which I haven't gotten to yet, but looks absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen the upgraded shooting
Yeah.
range, but it looks insane.
Looks
So like,
wild.
so we might just be seeing like a very beginning portion. They might have ideas of what they want to do forward with the gym or forward with the weight system and stuff. But I think it's just like, I just don't know. Again, it goes back to me being like, I don't know what the game wants me to do. So I go
Go on a
in,
treadmill.
I go do my quests, and that's about it. You know, like I don't go try and kill people because I need to pick up this quest item that's going to make me overweight already. You know, and it's like,
Mhm.
is it worth me going to kill these people to risk being overweight, taking longer to get out with this quest item? You know, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a really weird. Yes, beginning of White feels great because of the fights and everything, but as soon as you pick up anybody's gear, it's like I'm a tank, and can't. Well, not a tank. I'm a glass cannon. Like,
Yeah.
it-
Beginning a wipe, you can get out with one loadout.
yeah,
One other loadout.
mhm,
That's it.
yeah.
Good
Yep.
luck.
Because nobody has mules. It's not like mules are prevalent, you know.
Mhm.
So
Or an injector case in that sense. before-
exactly, yeah. You don't get an injector
Level-
case until like level 20 some.
Yeah.
You have to say they should do something about the like endurance to strength leveling.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys notice that your strength
Yeah.
is always at least double or triple the amount of what your endurance is.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Mhm.
I'm running just as
Wild.
far with this weight.
Unless
Yeah.
you're running naked every single raid.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you're not able to pick up anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then the weight system that they added into the hideout, that only does strength. So
Yeah.
you're only prolonging me getting my endurance. back.
the gym, it
Yeah.
actually does it randomized. So 1 rep it'll give you
Random?
strength, and 1 rep it'll give you endurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, at least that's what I've seen whenever I do it. It's like 0.9 strength, 0.9 endurance, but it's still like in raid where you're spending. I don't want to say 90% because I want to say maybe you spend like 60% of your time in this game in raid. Either that's you try because you need to get a kit together, you need to do inventory management, or you just go in and get one tapped out of nowhere, and it's like, well, glad I was in this raid for 11 seconds.
Every
But I don't remember where I was going with this. Maybe I need to. So in future podcasts, let's see. Does Nathan get better at keeping his thoughts as he's saying things?
Well, so I have someone in my chat, and they say that the gym is not working for them. It won't let me push the button to time it for green. It's bugged or something.
Is
I
it
was able to do
automatically-
the first time, and I made it, and after that it stopped working right.
Yeah, so some people are actually having an issue where it will automatically click and it just fails for them. They fail every rep no matter what. And it's just
Huh.
a bug, and it only happens to some people.
I still haven't even built the damn thing.
Yeah, so again, it's like is is BSG like, hey, yeah, we weren't done with this, but they were like, but we need to get this out before the end of the year.
People are begging for content.
I feel
and
I feel like this wipe was really like, hey,
Rushed.
we said we're getting Streets out by the end of the year. We have to get it out, you know? And people will be
I
like,
played
oh, well,
Streets yesterday.
Nikita said this or
Mhm.
Nikita said that. It's like, you can't go off of what Nikita says. Like, even though people will be like, oh, Nikita straight up lied. Yeah, he does that. You know, like he doesn't like to let people know exactly what's going on all the time. But
Well,
yeah,
it's one approach that he needs to do differently for sure. Because like for my industry and my full time job, like we have projects that go out, but what we try to do is try to lower their expectations, and then meet them early. You know,
yeah,
it's something that I think that he needs to do a better job of. Simply
yeah,
is not overextending the expectations to where like we think it's going to be out this year, even though he is sitting there just like, I want to make them happy and want to keep them playing the game,
yeah.
but
We're gonna keep playing the game. Like,
yeah, I mean,
For
yeah,
sure.
and like, there's
everybody comes back.
yeah, and there's plenty of good features that came with this wipe and stuff like that. I just feel like he says things, and we're all used to Tarkov taking forever. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not opposed to him being like, hey guys, sorry, like it's not ready yet. You know? They're
Right.
not a AAA developer. They're not being backed by their marketing team where that's like, hey, push this out, push this out, push this out. They're being pressured by us, the gamers.
Yeah, they don't have a board of directors.
Yeah, I'm just like, and a lot of it goes back to also people are like, and I want to say for everybody here, we're not like Nikita is the only one making this game. None of us are saying
not.
that. We're all saying like there just
Yeah.
needs to be better cohesion with how things are done and better communication with the players themselves. Waylon,
Yeah.
I get every time you take a sip from that. You have to finish that during the podcast. I hope you know that.
That's not happening.
I think
Alright.
we should move on to Streets and New Boss. think we beat that one to death.
Along with performance.
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well lump those together, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna bring up. I played 2 PMC raids in streets yesterday, and it was raining pretty much every raid that I played yesterday.
I mean, that's
And
Tarkov.
well, yeah, but so I found out the fun way that when it rains on streets, it's even worse.
It just looks like
So
film grain on your.
well, it is that, but also like every 2 steps, I would transfer 20 feet back, and
Oh,
like in the sound, it would
Yep.
just stop, and like you stop, and like when I went inside, it would still do it. Like you'd hear the rain, and then it would just be like shh, 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 shh,
From
and then it
Oh.
would
from what I
stop,
hear,
and then you're like paused.
yeah, from what I hear, even like with other games, I know one big one that y'all know that I absolutely love is BattleBit. And one thing that they said was that they were really having issues with trying to tune the performance to where you could still play that game on a toaster was the rain. Weather
Hmm.
apparently it takes a lot of resources to handle. And so like
Who would have
I
thunk?
mean, right? Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
But streets combined with weather, it's a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I haven't run on any PMCs on streets at all, mainly because I'm just
Mm-mm.
terrified to do so.
Nope.
Like, I don't have enough gear right now to be like, oh, I have an extra gear set. Let's run streets and just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I've run scavs. I've made it out of one. You know, like I like the map. The map is huge. It's such
It's
a cool map.
beautiful.
I mean, everybody. This is what we've been looking for since 2017 when they were like, "Oh, Streets is coming out next year." You know, it's like we finally have it, but nobody can play it.
Speaking to our point earlier, can you imagine the state that Streets was at in 2017 for him to say that?
Right?
And this is what we got for Streets for right now.
Yeah.
It's 5 years later.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the point of over deliver. Don't like don't just not meet your expectations. Just over deliver. Say it's going to be out in 2023. Say it's going to be out 3 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Put
I
the
feel like
timeline back
I
and
feel
then
like
over deliver.
I feel like with them like rushing things, it's almost it's taken BSG's biggest update where they're like, "Oh, this is huge. This is awesome." And has made it so much smaller than what it really is. Like hype
It
wise.
really is.
Everybody was hyped, overhyped, and then they got it and it runs like worse than Lighthouse did. You know?
Mhm.
And it's just like nobody can even play it. So it's like
Yeah.
what did we actually get in this update that worked? You know? We
Right.
got a couple guns. You know? Like because
The revolver.
yeah. So
the
yeah.
main one people love.
Yeah.
Another thing with Streets, like it looks like a great map, doesn't run the best. I ran a couple PMCs on it just to try getting the task done.
Yeah. Same.
I didn't make it out of a single raid. I've made it out of one scav. That's it. The thing I noticed was we had a friend that couldn't load in the map. He keep DCing, and then he just finally gave up. So we finally left, and we only waited for like 5 minutes. There was a bazillion player scavs already.
Oh
That is
yeah.
already a big player base map. What is it? 15, 17?
Yeah.
Just like
like
reserve
that.
is.
Yeah.
It's a massive amount of players. And then you
Mhm.
add that another 17 player scavs. There's way too many players on that map
So I
at
feel
the same
like
time.
I feel like
At
a
this given
lot
time, yeah.
I feel like a lot of because this happens every wipe. You go into interchange as a PMC and it's early wipe and you just get swarmed by player scavs. I feel like because it's early wipe and everybody is scavving like crazy, like I feel like you can get into a scav raid at 5 minutes into the raid all the time, but I feel like it doesn't do that as much because there's not as many people scavving later in the wipe. Where at the
Right.
beginning of the wipe, everybody's scavving, so you're just getting bombarded by scavs all the time. But I do agree that the scavving, especially on streets and stuff, like I've went in as a scav and it's like you have like, I don't know, like 50 minutes left. I'm like, yo, what? Like, why do I have this long as a
Yeah.
scav in here?
Yeah, you also spawned around the corner from another PMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you run around and then you're dead. And every scav is killing other scavs on streets. Like, it's I can't even imagine what people's scav rep is right now.
Yeah, we the one of the PMC raids that it ran semi well that I ran yesterday. We spawned over there by where that green smoke one of the extract is,
Yeah.
and literally someone else spawned right in front of us at cinema. And like they walked out of their spawn, we walked out of our spawn, and of course we smoked them, but
Yes.
of course.
Just
So
a bunch of
Not a
chads
but-
here.
yeah, but it was just like, well, damn, like we were only 2 minutes into the raid, and we are not even 2 minutes. We're just coming out of our spawn, and there's already people right in
Yeah.
front of us.
Mhm.
Like there's so many people on that map, and I'm sure they're gonna adjust it, but at this point, they're like, we want everyone to see this map.
Well, that's what they do with the loot too. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched Pestily run a raid of his hardcore series. His first raid, he found 5 armors. 2 of them were level 4, and 3 of them were level 5 armors.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, they want people to go to these maps.
Mhm.
Sure.
But it's just like nobody can play it. And I
Mhm.
have heard that running a PMC is a bit better than running a scav, like performance wise.
Yeah,
Or
I
at
heard that
least
running it at nights is too.
yeah. And it's probably, I don't know if it's because of less people or what. I'm not sure what causes lag in Tarkov.
Yeah.
Because I don't work for them. So
Right.
And they
new
never
boss.
release anything on why.
yeah,
what
they
happened.
don't tell us anything really.
True.
They just tell us, "Hey, there's streets coming."
Right.
Yeah.
In
So new
6 months,
boss.
we fixed this, but we also made 3 other
We
problems.
fixed this, but these other things that are kind of problems, yeah, those are worse. Like I feel like they really a lot of the time go like 1 step forward, 2
Back and
steps
forth.
back, and then they have one that's really good and it brings them up here, but then like they add something else that levels it back out, and it's just like, what do you even do?
Mhm.
Right.
So yeah, the new boss.
I've got to step away for a second.
Okay.
I've got to pee.
Oh,
for
he's
it.
already breaking the seal, chat.
We can edit that out, right?
We're not editing anything out.
It's okay.
There's no
This
edits
part
here.
of the YouTube video, you can just zoom in on me drinking out of my 2 liter.
Yeah, you have chug it right now, all of that. Why
The
do you
chat
have
says-
a 2-liter?
Chat says I'm at
Because-
1.40 on scav. Hopefully get max rep, but these player scavs are killing everything they see. They need more consequence if you kill other scavs to make it worth it.
Well, I think that's going to be coming later for like Peacekeeper, or not Peacekeeper, Lightkeeper stuff. But like, okay, so I mean, I guess this is kind of getting into the conversation a little bit, but like Lightkeeper, people are getting Kappa accidentally to get to Lightkeeper. Like
Accidentally.
Lightkeeper, you're not gonna get to him until after Kappa.
Yeah.
Like Kappa is not the hardest thing in the game anymore. It's now getting the Lightkeeper, which I
Right.
think is really, really cool. But at the same time, they've been hyping up this Lightkeeper thing for so long, and it's like, again, just like Streets, nobody can really access it or do anything with it because either it's so far down the line or it's just absolutely broken, and they're like, you weren't supposed to be here yet,
Right.
That also goes to like newer players. There is, I'm sorry, I don't care how good you are. If it is your first wipe, you are not hitting Kappa.
No.
It is one of the harder things in this game.
It took me 4 wipes to get to Kappa.
Yeah, because you gotta remember to grab everything. You gotta be able to do all the tasks, and there's certain ways you gotta do tasks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
some of the tasks, and it's just a pain. And then adding the capturing outposts, that also made it very
Oh,
bad.
dude, they didn't change capturing outposts at all.
Yep, I know.
Like why? I can't. I'm literally. So what I'm going to do this wipe is I'm going to record me for like 5 minutes sitting at all the capturing outpost places, and whenever I do like an away screen or something, it's just gonna switch to that, and it's gonna fade through like places of me just sitting in Tarkov doing nothing. And that's what it's gonna
Maybe
be.
doing other tasks like IRL while you're doing that task.
Yeah. Well, I know people like
Nathan's
especially
just
if you
doing dishes, you know.
yeah.
if you sit with this camera angle,
Yeah.
you could think of something that you can do on that table right there, and on that side of your desk, and just like sit there and be doing something. And
Yeah.
just listening.
Yeah. I could be like that guy from TikTok that the
Stank Rat.
yeah.
Dude, that guy
Stank
is my
rat.
guilty pleasure right
Dude,
now.
he's
I
a
can't.
funny guy.
He's so funny.
I love him, man.
I'm here for the sport.
I could literally just go back and like lay on the bed, you know, and just be like chilling. I hear something, I get up, I scurry over here, you know.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, so back to like the new boss and stuff like that. Like
I miss scavving to Lighthouse.
I do too. I miss going to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
I want to know what is happening with that quest now. Remember that one quest that you needed to go out there, you needed the locked room key
Radar
to get.
key.
Yeah. Is that a quest anymore?
I haven't gotten it yet, and I know I got it pretty early on last.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
it's
a
like
quest anymore.
So I
I
think
I think
maybe
it might be
they
a late
removed
wipe
it.
quest.
either they
It might have
moved
been
it
moved farther back.
or they just had it as a quest last wipe to be like, hey, go check out this new area now while you can because you're not going to be able to later. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had to go mark the BMP or whatever it is out on the road there, and I was scared. I was like, how far away will this Zarachi man start shooting at me? You know?
I was watching I think it was Rengar. He scoped in one of the guards laying up there on the up on the rocks by the weather station, and he shot him, and they shot him from over there.
Yeah.
And he was at that tank that's at the end of that road, not even like at the gate where they shoot you if you go through there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was way back there, and they smoked him. Like every single one of them opened up on him.
Wow.
And I heard
Yeah.
something along the lines of that there was some kind of bug for how that machine gun rogue on Lighthouse sometimes just becomes invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run into
I
him
heard
many
about a
times.
bug where like you can just shoot them in the head like 5
Well,
or 6 times. and they
Waylon,
don't
didn't you
die.
just put up a TikTok of you like shooting a scav the other day? You put like an entire mag into him?
Yeah, I had a 100-round mag, and I put about 50 rounds into his head.
And he just looked at you like
And then someone in the comments had the audacity to be like, "Oh, I know what the problem is. You're using a pew shooter." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Get
it's
outta
like
here.
What am
what?
I?
Get outta
It doesn't matter if I'm
Uh-huh.
using M56 or 55A1. Half of 100-round mag should put this guy down.
Yeah.
It's a
Uh-huh.
normal scav.
Right.
It's a head
Yeah,
in general.
yeah.
They
But yeah,
I don't know.
the new boss and stuff I don't really know anything about. I didn't really have much to say about him or anything.
Mhm.
I just wanted to bring up that it's so far down the line that we don't really get a chance to do anything with him. I did hear, and I don't know if this is true, that if you don't kill Zarachi but you kill the cultist guards that are with him, they'll just keep respawning until you
That
kill
is true.
Zarachi.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can
You
just
have to kill
keep
him
killing
first.
cultists over and over and over and over and over,
XP farm, baby.
and then kill Zarachi, and then it's like once you're like, all right, I think I've had enough, then kill Zarachi, and then just leave.
Oh my
Well, you
God.
know, there's gonna have to be something comes out. So I don't know if you guys saw. I put out a TikTok too of so we spawned on the extension, and as a scav.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
And it's like the guards were dead or whatever. I don't know. I think my friend Crayon, he found like gear of one of the guards or whatnot, but like you
can't get
leave.
off. Yeah,
You
you
can't
just
leave.
die.
It's like they're in the Halloween event. You get the radioactive poison and you're just dead as a scav. Like, what is the point of that? Like, why is that a spawn
Yeah.
if you can't even leave?
Yeah.
Like
I had
we
that spawn too.
looted, we had semi decent loot, and it was like you walk out onto the thing, and it's like, was this gonna kill me? And sure enough, it did. So
Well, so more like weird spawns and lighthouse weird shit. I know this isn't really on like the things, but it's like, okay, there's claymores that are now up in the rocks where you used to kill all the rogues, but you can
Yep.
get around them. I've seen people have routes to just like jump over them or like make them explode and you don't get hurt behind a rock or something, and then you can still just snipe the rogues like usual. But also the fact that scavs are just spawning in the water treatment plant now,
yeah,
like normal scavs, and it's like, why?
underneath the rogues, like
Yeah.
rogues, like where I would die to a rogue, there's an AI scav just standing there. Like literally yesterday, I was doing a scav run, and there were AI scavs in there, and I thought it was a rogue, so
Yeah.
I shot it. And then all of a sudden, all of the scavs, you start hearing them like get pissed off because as soon as you kill one, they all freak out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I thought that was a rogue.
Yeah.
Like, how is that a scav? And of course, at that point, you're like, well, okay, everyone hates me now, rogues and scavs included.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah, and half the time you go into water treatment plant and it's like, okay, I hear rogues yelling and I hear rogues running around. Where the hell are they?
yep,
And I guess that could move us into our next topic of
Yep.
what the fuck is going on with the sound. That is all I can say about it. Like,
it's brutal.
half the maps you can't, like, interchange. I'm in the basement running and I hear people on the top floor.
yep.
Like,
They were so
like
proud of
they're
that binaural
right,
audio.
like they're right beside us. You know?
Yep.
And
inside of you.
yeah,
It's wild.
and people have, like, I know Veritas did the testing of binaural on, binaural off. There was no difference at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
None. Not a single difference. And he did testing where like he made you listen to a bunch of things, and he had like an answer sheet where you could pick A or B. Is this behind you, in front of you, above you, below you, or is there no difference? And almost all of the answers that he had were 50-50 because you can't tell at all where these people are. But then he snuck in a couple Steam audios from last wipe, and 90% of the people got it right. So it went from 50-50 with this Oculus audio to 90% people getting it right from Steam audio.
Mhm.
And like what's crazy is because the way that this is made is they had their Tarkov audio, right? And then they took Steam audio and it just sits on top of it. The sound goes through Tarkov's audio into Steam audio into us, right? Where now this Oculus audio is the sound that is in Tarkov. So that is now the sound. They took Tarkov sound out, put Oculus in, and then put all the sounds from Tarkov into Oculus. So that's how the Oculus works. And now I'm just like, but we're worse than what it was before Steam audio. And it's like,
Right.
oh no, like, what are they gonna do? And we can be like, okay, yeah, well, we got to give them time. But did we see what happened with Steam audio when that was implemented? We didn't see any changes or anything the entire time we had it. And yes, they were like, oh, well, Steam audio they weren't working with us or whatever. But it's like, okay, well, is Oculus going to? Like,
Right.
at this point, we're kind of just like, we can hope, but that's about it, you know? We hope that we get changes to this in some way, shape, or form. And BSG hasn't even said anything about it.
Yeah.
They haven't given us a single thing about the sound. Like, you can hear, and Waylon said it before, you can hear, are people in interchange when you're on customs? Like, what are we listening? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
I think that they're trying so hard to have such a perfect audio where it like sends sounds down a hallway. Like say you're in dorms, say you're on second story at dorms, and you're running by the stairs, and I think they're trying so hard to have audio send through,
bounce off all the
send through the hall,
walls.
bounce off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just just a wild amount of information that they're trying to send through. Where it's just like if you just literally did it just like any other game that has decent audio, I'll throw it in there again. BattleBit, like all that they do is just there's just a spot where the sound's at,
Yeah.
where the sound that they're making is at. That's just where the sound is.
Yeah.
Just make it that simple.
And I will say that the sound it has its moments where it's better. You go into dorms right now and you can tell, like, because the first floor, second floor, third floor, they all have like distinct sounds almost. You know, first floor is kind of like the tile-y, like second floor has like the wood, and then if you're on second and you hear like more wood that's a little muffled, you probably know they're above you. And you can hear people on stairs now. Like I remember it was like first or second day of wipe. I was on second story of 3-story dorms and I heard walking and I was like, oh, that's a guy at the stairs. I was like, wait a minute, can I hear him walk the whole way up? And I heard every footstep and I was able to just watch him come out. I popped him in the head. It was a scav, but I was like, I heard that. That's amazing.
Check that out. Yeah.
But
that's great.
It's like all the good is here and then like all the bad is up here. You know, like it's like there's no evening to it at all. It's just like 90% of the time you're like, this is absolute trash. Like I might as well play this without headphones on. And it makes it so hard to play with your friends or other people. You're like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Constantly. It makes it so hard to get into fights. I remember go for it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, so like I remember, I want to say it was probably I wasn't too far into playing. I was like a month or two when after I started in August. I was in dorms, and I was sitting at the top of the stairs because I was a noob and an idiot. And I just remember someone just being able to like walk up and like he just walked up the stairs. I had no idea he had walked up the stairs, and he just, of course he killed me because I was like, when the hell did he come up the stairs? Because like we had, there were 2 other guys on each side of the hallway, and I was sitting in like the middle of that little like trash pile, just like waiting to, watching. And I had turned my back to look out the window to see if somebody was coming out of 2-story. And all of a sudden I'm dead. And I'm like, did anyone hear that guy? And everybody's, no, didn't hear him. Had no idea.
Nothing below
like,
you.
yeah, like could not tell he even came up the stairs. So
yeah,
I experienced it, but now like I don't go dorms because I'm scared. And so I don't know about like fixes like Nathan was talking about, but like that was just my experience with that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I learned that. I was watching another streamer. His name's Finest, and he was in Shoreline, and he did this thing. I think it was a fight at 301 or something like that, and it was somebody at the like spiral staircase right there by 301, and he went underneath to the second floor and like went right up those stairs to that guy, and the guy like didn't even look, like had no idea that he was there. And I was like, what the hell happened there? What was that guy looking at? And that was when he went through this he went through like how the audio works in resort. If they're anywhere below you, they can't hear a damn thing. And he like did trial runs where he was just like he and his duo partner, I think it was Arson at the time or some man, I don't remember who. But they just like went underneath each other and just like went in a circle over and over again. And it was like I was mind blown, and it actually changed how well I do PvP on Shoreline.
Just flank through the bottom.
Audio abuse. It's game performance abuse.
Where now
how PvP works now.
Now you just hear everybody everywhere, and you have no idea where they are. Like it's not really a difference at all. Like you hear somebody running, and you're just like looking every way because you're like, okay, where are they from? They could be in the basement of West Wing, and you could be on 301, and you can hear them like they're right beside you. And it's like, I have been avoiding Shoreline. If I hear footsteps at Shoreline, I get my quest and I get the fuck out. Just because I don't feel like dealing with, I don't know where this guy is. He's slow crouching around, which I don't know if you guys know this either, but slow crouching is broken.
Oh, yeah. I
Like
was gonna talk
you
to that
can
point on about headphones.
you can
Explain it.
slow crouch, scroll all the way down so you're like inching your way. It is just as loud as walking.
It was
Yeah.
what used to be completely silent.
Yeah, it has like I don't know if it's because everybody's covert movement is level 1, but you can hear it just as loud as if somebody is walking. If
Yep.
not louder, because it like exaggerates the sound a little bit because you're slower, because your foot's like going instead of just so it's like it's almost louder. It's almost worse to be slow walking. So that was another thing that's just like how are these things like this, and how are we supposed to like play?
I mean, we were playing on interchange, and you and me, we were like, "Where is this guy at?" Because I was like, "He's right next to us," and then it was like, "No, he's above us," and it's like, "But he sounds like he's right here."
Yeah, it sounds like he's like running with us. Like
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
he's on this quest with us right now,
Mhm.
but no, he's actually 2 stories up.
I had people I was on interchange doing a quest. I had people chasing me, trying to meet up with me whenever I left the mall because they were in the basement. I was on the first floor. I was running around the mall, like trying to get out, and I could hear them running directly underneath me, just following me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like run one way. I went up like secret at one point, and I heard them come under secret, and I'm like, bro, why are you guys just following me like this?
Mhm.
And it's like you can't move. And that's why a lot of people, how many bush Wookiees have you guys been killed by this fight?
Right.
Just people just sitting. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
remember whenever they put the event in where everybody had 0 health? Like weapons did like 90% more damage or whatever, and
Oh.
everybody was dying in
Oh,
like
yeah.
1 or 2 bullets.
I didn't
Yeah.
play that point, but yeah, I remember that.
Anytime,
Leg shots were way too meta.
it wasn't even that. It was like anytime you heard movement, you stopped because you had to get these hits on this guy or you were dead. So it was like it just made everybody stop moving. And that's it's kind of the same way right now. Like the amount of people that I've killed where I've heard and I've just been like, all right, just sit here. Just sit here, hold the angle. And then try and catch them off guard. It's kind of nuts. And then so I guess we could kind of move on here. I mean, are you guys Waylon, do you have anything to say about the sound?
Sure.
That we haven't said?
And I can hear someone like good 250 feet away from me.
Like they're right beside you.
Yeah, like you could be at the front of crack and you can hear someone walking through the hole in the wall.
Well, we had that
RUF.
me and you had that fight in Stronghold, remember? Where there was like 3 dudes and it was just me and you, and literally, I'm not joking, every 5 seconds we were like, is this you? Is this you? Is this you? Where are you at? Where are you? Because it was like we heard so many footsteps. I was like, we're gonna team kill. We're gonna kill each other here.
Yeah. I wish
because
there was a way to fix that, like the is this you question. I mean, it's difficult to do because of how the game is, but
yeah,
I like as a new player, like it's just like the same as like people are like, oh, you know, the realism and stuff. Like you should get rid of the heads up display that shows you that you're injured and stuff like that. But sorry, I'm going on a little
you're
side
fine.
quest here.
You're fine.
Because we're going to quest, but so. But it's just like people are like, oh, you need to get rid of the heads up display because it defeats the realism. But it doesn't, though. Because if my arm is off, I'm going to know.
True. You are going to be like, you're going to be like,
I'm like,
oh, shit.
my arm is gone.
From experience, I knew when my arm was broken.
Yeah.
That's a funny way to put that.
But in the game, like if you take away the heads up display, like I remember until I figured out that you can leave the little dude in your corner on the entire time, I would forget that something was wrong with me or that I needed to heal.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
I'm
like
constantly
going, and
just
I'm like,
pressing 4.
What the fuck?
I'm running
Yeah.
around constantly pressing 4. Like, am I hurt? Or
Yeah.
I'll keep healing like over and over and over again. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep healing?
Right.
2 HP per limb or
But
something like that.
yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
and that kind of goes on into a totally different topic of like not I hate when people are like, oh, realism, like this is the most realistic game. No. Immersion is a
Yes.
way better word for things.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of something that breaks immersion in Tarkov, but I feel like just like a lot of things need to be more immersive. And yes,
The audio breaks things in
oh
breaks
yeah.
immersion.
Yeah.
I'm used to like picking out my teammates and stuff like that. Like that's fine. But like I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if they put like a green dot on your teammates. I would not be
Yeah.
mad about that at all. You could still team shoot your teammates if that happened. Or if
Sure.
like those markers, I have heard that people in real life, and you might be able to attest to this, Trev, where they put like those markers on them so like that
So like and it was something I did in my old job in the Navy. You would have an IR strobe on you.
Yeah.
So like when you were in the woods, like, and this was a nighttime thing, so it was infrared. You would be able to see it on your night vision. And so like
Hmm.
if it was dark and you were like, all right, where are you guys at? You would just, say, hey, hit your IR strobes real quick. And it's usually on your helmet or on your shoulder. Because it could
That's
be
sick.
seen from like
right?
360. And so you would turn it on and your strobe starts flashing, and only someone on night vision can see it. So that was, of course, because the most of the people we fight are like people that don't have night vision. So
Sure.
they couldn't see it. So that was the way to be able to see. So like when people are like, oh, having a marker on them it's not real. No, it is real, because how do you think airplanes, when they go to bomb something and they've got troops in contact nearby, and they're like, hey, who's who? They go, hey, put your strobes on, and they turn their strobes
Yeah.
on, and they can see it on the FLIR, and it's like, oh, there they are.
Think of
That's real
like
life.
we're in dorms or shoreline or something, and we're in a fight or in stronghold. Waylon, if me and you were like, all right, we're about to get into this fight, turn strobes on. Where like
Yeah.
me and you now have like a green dot on our shoulder or something.
Yep.
You know? Now
Like
we're in a
like
fight.
Kim
If
light, like a Kim light. Like,
yeah,
hey, crack a Kim light. That's
yeah.
me. Hey,
If
I have
I
this green
see
Kim light on me.
yeah, if I'm like looking for people, I see somebody run across and they have a green like glow stick on them or something, like DayZ. I know, okay, that's Waylon. Don't shoot him. I don't have to be like, is this you? Is this you? Like,
Yeah, and like, I mean, it's a video game. Like, if if you have a Kim light on, it turns red
yeah,
for an enemy.
yeah,
It's an enemy. Hey, this is like, it's not like
that guy's got a light on.
like the green. It's not like a massive green light, like a green light that you walk into a room and it's like, oh, this light is green. It's like a green light. If I look at this person, I see either a green or a red on them. But then again, like, are they going to do that? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because like
I
people
mean,
are like, oh, it's not realistic, and then everybody's going to know who's who and stuff. Okay, well, maybe I don't want to go into a raid with my 3 buddies and smoke 2 of them because
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck they are. Because in the heat of the moment, and I get into a fight, I'm like, I don't want to be like, hey, is this you? And then
well, what do you
smoke 'em.
do whenever you get into a fight with somebody and you have a teammate? You go, guy, tan U-lock, guy, pilgrim, guy, red
Yeah.
armband.
Yeah.
It would be the same thing,
Yeah.
but like, it's just another way of doing that, you know?
Or just have like different color like Kim lights.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Literally take those markers that you can put in one of your special slots and
Yeah.
assign like a button to it.
Yeah.
I've got one thought.
So the
So
strobe actually does have a, like, sorry, Blake, but
You're good.
that green strobe that they have in the game has a IR feature and or it's not a feature, but it's a IR like cover. So you flip it over and the strobe light, because it's like this fucking strobe light, it turns into an IR strobe. So you can only see it on night vision. So it like covers it up. It's like a black cover,
Yeah.
but it's actually like something that turns it into an infrared. And like you can unflip it, and then it's like a flashing strobe that you can see in daytime without night vision and stuff. That's actually in the game already. So like it's already there. Go ahead, Blake.
So
Sorry.
what? No, you're good.
How dare you?
One thought I had, and I think this would also help new players as far as nobody ever has a map. So think of like a team positioning system. Say like you go in, you have like a little, maybe like a little screen in a special slot that you can pull up. This is where my guy's at right now, and then have it be able to display like the map and display the extracts and everything. But this
Even
is
if
where
it
my guy's
wasn't
at
a
on the map
real
right
time,
now.
even if it wasn't a real time thing,
Yeah,
if
it
you
was
could
like
be like,
if it worked like a UAV,
or like
and
they had
just
to press
flipped.
something to be like, okay, this is my current location, and you could pull it up and be
Mhm.
like, oh, my guy's here at this time or in this area, you
I
know?
think that wouldn't break the immersion of like putting a green blip or whatever over your
Yeah.
head, or like
Mhm.
I think that would um I think that would be beneficial in multiple ways, whether it's where your guy's at right now, be able to just stop and say, hey, let's blip each other real quick.
Yeah.
So phrasing
What?
felt weird,
Yeah,
but
you can blip me
let's
anytime.
Yeah.
go on, blip me, you won't. But just be able to blip, say
Yeah.
like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. Okay, we're both familiar. This is where we're at. Okay,
Mhm.
let's anything that you don't hear in that spot, then you're fighting them, you're shooting.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in the same case, you know, you have the extracts.
Yep.
Literally that's it. Just have the extracts on that same positioning system. Just a little maybe phone
Well,
screen.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
Everybody
so
I don't know.
pulls
funny.
up a second map on their
Yeah,
screen
exactly.
everywhere. Anyway,
But it's so funny. So, like,
Just
on
like
the
something
point
that
of
just
like the
goes on the
strobe,
screen like this, and then
exactly. It's funny. Like on the same point of the strobes, like literally in the game, there. No copyright here. There's Garmin Fortrexes
oh,
on some of the kits. Like literally on the kit where you could like, okay, I know where I am because
like on the
literally in real
rigs and
life,
shit.
yeah, on the rigs, there's
Yeah,
literally GPSs on the rigs.
yeah,
And like literally because in real life you don't go somewhere and you're like and your command, like I know we're not like thing, but we're still like contractors technically,
yeah.
PMCs. Like
That
they don't
can't run
send you
more
in
than
and
20 feet.
exactly, they don't send you in and go, hey, figure it out, hey, figure out where you got to go and stuff. And as far as extract, you got to figure that one out too. Like we're not going to
right.
just tell you like where you're going to go, that you've just kind of got to figure it out.
Yeah,
Like
Mhm.
first
which is
time
a
to an
cool
area.
idea, but like in
Yeah.
the long run, it's kind of like, you know,
Yeah. Like I could get it for like a scav. Like, yeah, scavs.
he
Like
doesn't
you're
know where
just a
he's at.
fucking yeah, you're a civilian
Mhm.
person, but at the same time, the the thing on the scav thing does say this is your land.
Yeah, you would think
Make
they
your
would
own
know more.
rules. So you
Yeah,
would think that like you would know, like, oh, I gotta go over to fucking path the shoreline, and I
yeah. I
know
gotta go
exactly
over
where
to
that is.
Johnny's house to leave. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But anyway, sorry. We can get back on quest changes.
Oh shit! I actually forgot. That's where we were.
Sorry,
Right.
I'm keeping
No,
I'm
it's
keeping
wild
track
how
on
it
here.
happens. Like I knew it would like kind of veer off a lot,
Yeah.
but
Oh
That's
yeah,
why I gave us, I was like, yeah, 2 hours. But I'm like,
yeah.
it's already 2:13. We got like 45 minutes left. And we're like a
We
quarter of
got
the
this.
way through my shit. That's why I
We
was
got
like, I
this.
didn't know what we wanted to like talk about or how much. I was like, this is gonna be a
Mhm.
real this first one's a real test run.
Yeah,
Sure.
we already kind of talked about the quest changes and stuff. So I mean, we could
Well,
we
so
could go to the guns.
so
So,
what
but
I
yeah,
well one of the quest things I wanted to do was I remember for this wipe, everybody was like and it's a game of telephone that happens with Nikita. Like people were like, "Oh, Nikita lied to us. Nikita did this. Nikita said this, said this." When half the time he never said that ever.
right.
He was like, "Yeah, there's going to be some quest changes." And from the game of telephone, from when Nikita said it to whenever streamer heard, to whenever viewer heard it, going to streamer to viewer to streamer, at the end of it, it goes, every quest is going to be different. We're going to have map to map travel this wipe. There was rumors that you weren't going to be able to get into labs unless you went through streets. It's like, bro, none of this was ever said.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, yes, the tinfoil hat comes out with people, but it's like, yo, like, chill, because
Mhm.
people start thinking it as fact.
Yeah.
Whenever people come in and they're like, "Oh, Nikita lied to us," and it's like, no, he didn't. You've
Right.
just
I
heard
would
it.
never want to be in Noise Guy's place.
Oh
I
yeah,
would never ever
yeah,
want to be in his place. You got to respect the hell out of what he
yeah,
does to try to dig this stuff up. And it's a shame. about what happened to him on Twitter?
Not right.
Like how like everyone's just trying to crap on him right now.
So
And it's literally like this guy has worked his ass off
yeah,
to try to get us information before we get it, before
yeah,
we're supposed to
exactly. He's been
get it.
working with people from BSG and stuff like that. And luckily, he did say that he is just taking a break. He's not actually leaving. He is coming back.
Oh,
He
good.
just
Okay.
said that recently.
Cool.
Because I remember the other day in stream, I was like, all right, so guys, who's there's a hole. There's a hole. Who's gonna be taking the nice guy hole, you know?
No.
No, yeah, because the amount of work that he does for everything is just absolutely insane. Have you guys ever been to his Discord?
No.
It is insane, dude. He has like his own Reddit in Discord. Like it's insane the amount of like actual just things going on in his Discord is absolutely insane. But
Right.
so yeah, that was mainly like what I wanted to say with like quests and stuff like that. I feel like it was before the wipe, it was all these quests are going to be different, all this and all that. Where with me, the main thing I was looking forward to this wipe was seeing new assets like on streets and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
new art, if you will, like a different table, or like you go into some of the stores and you're like, whoa, I've never seen this shit before. Because I mean, like you go to every map and there's always the containers, the computers and the desks are all the same, like the shelves are all the same on
Filing
every
cabinet.
map. Yeah, which I mean, like filing cabinets that's fine. On
filing
Shoreline, there's
cabinet.
one that's on its side, you know, like
Yeah.
oh shit, that's crazy. But like you go to
Wild
every
card.
map, and everything's exactly the same. All the closets with the jackets in are exactly the same. And I was like, yo, I can't
Yeah.
wait to go to streets and see some different art, you know,
Yeah.
which is really cool. That's why like streets is fun to walk around and it's very immersive. Like if you go to run across the street on streets, you're like, holy shit, this is big. Like I'm scared to run
many
across this
angles.
road. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit. Like
It
to
running
feels
across
like
the
a
land bridge
great
on
map
customs.
that
Yeah.
it's an immersive
worst.
map that you feel like you're in danger
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yep.
And I love that about that map. And,
Yeah.
and maybe it's just because of the newness in the map. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think it's actually just because it's actually a well-designed map.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everything
Well, we've
faces
never
toward a
had like
courtyard.
urban combat like that.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can get in some of those buildings, go 5-6 stories up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's
Wow.
super cool.
It's like having a bunch of resorts that are just all facing
Yeah.
the center courtyard.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the new guns. I have listed here the
Mhm.
AUG, the SR2, the RSH-12. But I didn't put in. I totally forgot about the grenade launchers and shit like that, which
Oh,
Okay.
the underbarrel.
apparently are quest locked. And to get them, you have to take like the AK series rifle and get like 100 kills with the AK series rifle just to unlock the underbarrel grenade launcher.
I was finding them in raid.
You found underbarrels in raid?
Yeah, I found
Yep.
two.
I
found
think,
two.
but I think to unlock them for like traders.
Oh.
Yeah. So I kind
Yeah,
of
I
like
found
that
two
though.
of the AK
The fact
mounted
that you
ones.
found two is at least kind of fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sold them because I
And
need money.
And the AK ones
Right.
actually, you remember those little grenades that I forget what they were. In the grenade cases, you saw like those little like gray looking things.
Yeah.
Little Vogue things.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
Vogs that you
Yeah.
use to craft Vogs later. Those are
Yeah.
actually the ammunition for the AK grenade launchers.
Well, isn't the like HE grenades
Oh.
and all that, HE 120 or HE whatever they are, like all the little like green and blue.
Yeah,
and
those
gold
ones are
ones?
for like the M4s and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those actual little Vogs that you would find in raid, and it was like these are useless. Those are
Yeah.
actually the ammunition for the grenade launchers for the
Really?
AKs. Yeah,
They do,
So-
they do look like they would just fit right
yeah.
over the end of it.
So they've been in the game forever,
Yeah,
but like, yeah,
they're just useless.
yeah,
Well, you could make grenades with those in your high.
yeah. You could, yeah. They used
Mhm,
them for like
yeah.
crafting and stuff.
I used to
like
do that craft all the time. That was probably half of my game time in the first wipe was crafting, those
crafting
Vogue
grenades.
25s. Yeah, just going in and crafting those things and trying to actually make money.
Yeah.
That my first wipe. Oh my god.
But yeah, the AUG. I've actually used the AUG a lot. I love the AUG, dude. It
I
is-
kind of like the
yeah.
It's crispy.
yeah.
The recoil is really weird because it just kicks to the right on you, but like
Yep.
it's a crispy gun. Like it's real nice to tap fire. Even with the AUG A3, I think it is the one you can find in raid. It has like the actual scope on it on the carry handle.
Yep.
Is that I think it's a carry handle. I don't know. I don't really know guns very well.
I think it's just a scope mount.
Okay.
Just weirdly designed.
Yeah. But that is actually a decent scope too. It's pretty nice. Where like whenever they added the G36, it was like that scope was just absolute garbage.
Oh my god, I found one of those. I found one of those and I didn't like look at the scope, and I got into like a fight with someone, and I like ran out of ammo, and I was like, wait a second. What am I supposed to do here with this? Like, and then I scoped in and I was like, this is garbage.
Yeah. Dom!
Hello!
You made it, man!
Dom's here.
Right, I was so confused. I thought it was 10 p.m. It's 7 or 8.
Well, that's what we
I
were
think
like.
you got the wrong Eastern time.
Yeah, I think you might have the wrong Eastern time.
God damn, is my webcam working? No.
You're
No.
loading.
Not yet.
Looks like you're loading.
Do you use
Yeah,
your?
it's loading.
Do you use? Are you on like Twitch as well right now?
Yeah.
So you have to use your what is it called, Blake?
It's the OBS virtual camera. So yeah, basically right below start recording, and then change your Discord camera to OBS virtual as well.
Okay.
And you'll be good.
So on OBS you have to start virtual camera. It should be like under start streaming and stuff like that. It should say start virtual camera. Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah. So do you have a scene that's just your camera?
I do. Hold up.
Ooh,
There
look
we
at that.
go.
There he is.
Look at this gorgeous man.
Oh my goodness. So Dom, do you want to?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
like, we've already gone through like half of it.
Introduce yourself and
Yeah,
talk about the shrimp too.
Absolutely.
yeah. Introduce yourself and talk about what you like about the AUG and the shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, hold on. How do you guys have like a scene where you can see everyone? Everyone can just see me right now on stream.
I just have
you full screen
Discord.
The Discord chat, then you make the scene that basically. Also, for your OBS virtual cam, right next to where it said start virtual camera, make sure it's a source. Where you see the cog,
Mm-hmm.
click on that cog, make sure it's
Okay.
source and then camera, and then you can go to any scene you want, and it won't
Yeah.
change this.
Welcome to
Yeah, okay, I
podcast
got it,
setup,
I got it.
everyone.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it,
You're
man.
good. You're good.
I'm just
All good,
happy you
brother.
got to be here. We got the whole crew now.
Brother, I was so confused, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, there was people in here from your community, and they were like, just letting you know, Dom's Discord says it's not for another 4 hours.
Whoops.
It's all good. So, yeah, I'm Domino. I stream Tarkov. I fucking suck at it, first of all.
Yeah.
And okay, opinion about the SR2 MP, right?
Yeah.
And
The
AUG.
new sub, yeah.
I think it makes for like the new sub, first of all, makes for a great early wipe weapon.
Mhm.
I would have loved to be able to have BT ammo accessible.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
Didn't
They
they
just
just
took that out,
take?
right?
Didn't they just take it away? I think they just
I
took
think
it away.
so, yeah. Because I
I
just
never got to
unlocked
try it with that.
proper level 4 and I never got BT ammo for it.
Yeah.
The PS ammo kind of lacks, if I may say so.
Mhm.
Um,
I guess
go
I
ahead.
guess let everybody know what the stage is that you're at in the game right now.
Oh,
as well,
yeah,
just so that people have a reference.
He's a Chad.
Chatting.
okay, so I'm level 38, going on to Max Traders,
Jesus.
and
Good God.
yeah, currently what I'm doing is being bored of the game and just PvP and resort. I tried to go labs, but there's a huge cheater problem like right there.
Loading
Which
periods?
we'll
You
get
poor
to.
thing.
Which we'll get
Yeah,
to.
and,
Yeah, we'll get to
yeah.
that.
Level 38 going on for Max Traders, and then I'm done for this wipe. Then I just PvP.
Okay.
Nice. Waylon, you haven't talked a lot. You've just been sitting there sipping on the 2 liter. What do you think of the new guns, man? What do you think of the new guns?
Well, I haven't really got to try out the EOG too much. I used it once. Other than that, I wasn't really a big fan. I don't know why.
I
Maybe it's
just
just
redeemed
because
my
the
New
grip
Year's gift.
change.
So, I haven't even tried the AUG yet.
Dude,
So,
I have like 6
continue.
or 7. I have like 6 or 7 in my stash. And I think it was like
Really?
the day that we got the New Year's gift, I got a nice clip of me like clapping somebody like around
I
a
remember
corner
that.
with it. And I was like, yo, this is perfect. I was like, TikTok early like
wipe,
first day
yeah.
wipe, new content. Yeah.
Great
And
clip.
it went off pretty well.
Great timing on it.
Plugging my TikTok to TikTok.
No, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it too.
But yeah, I love the AUG and I haven't tried the SR2 and I haven't tried the RSH, the new pistol.
Can't wait to try it.
But I
have one sitting in my inventory.
I have been
I'm
killed by it.
As soon as
The
I get a
only
voodoo
thing with-
scope,
The only
I'm
thing
sticking
with
that
the
bastard on there.
handgun is that it is exactly like the Ash 12. The drop off is
Well, yeah,
Terrible,
just
yeah.
like the Ash 12. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
maybe a bit more just because it doesn't have as long of a barrel. So you gotta aim up if you're gonna be shooting someone from medium range.
Yeah. Well, if you can get a
little
scope
long.
to put on it, because
It
now
sounds
like
so much
Yeah.
fun.
you can't get scopes or anything.
Once
There-
I
or
actually
that
have rubles, I'm
LPVOs.
running that a lot just for fun.
Yeah, like you
I
can't.
need my pistol kills. So
Oh,
True.
I mean,
there we
that's
go.
gonna be the first. That's gonna be what I use to get it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I've always used the
Give
rhinos.
me that and a
for
Comtech or
pistol
something like
kills.
that.
The 357 rhinos for pistol kill quest is amazing.
I remember I was using the garage, right? I was using the garage at the beginning of the
Yeah,
wipe for
same.
my pistol kills. And
Mhm.
somebody came into my chat was like, "Why are you using that? It's the worst pistol in the game." And I was like, "I need 3 kills with it." Like it's not that big of a deal. I'm going
Yeah.
into factory, killing 3 people, and then I'm done. Like I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
buy like a 5.7 and kit the thing out to go kill 3 people. You know, I run PST and shoot a bunch of naked people in the face.
Yeah,
Like
they give you plenty of pistols when you first when they give you the EOD.
oh well, those
Like-
the M whatever it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that pistol sucks. You know, okay. I
did
won't
stir up
use
with
that.
it. I did stir up with it. I did no problem.
I like the M983.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, so new guns are cool. I like them. I
Yeah.
always like new
Mhm.
guns. I'm glad that they brought something in that's actually kind of usable. The AUG and the SR2, because I mean the SR2 has the best low caliber round in the game.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
BT round is insane. It's like up there with some of like the VSS rounds, isn't it? Like some of the mid-range VSS rounds.
And you know, I've never even tried that caliber. I don't think I'm about to look at it right now. but
For
I-
the SR2 caliber.
9x21, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I'm
I-
gonna
I've
pull out the
never
ballistic
used it.
strider real quick.
Should I share my screen for it?
Mm,
No, it's
I don't know.
fine.
You might break the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah, who knows? True.
Yeah.
I mean, it works almost just like 545 BT does.
Yeah. Looking at
I
the
have a-
ammo right now, it's like 5.45 BT.
I have a cool clip of
Yeah.
me with the SR2, and I shoot a guy several times, and he still turns around and kills me. But it could just be a user error. So
That
but,
sounds
you know,
more like a skill issue. So,
Yeah, that's a, it's a me issue, really. Honestly, what it's what it is. So, you know.
well,
So,
honestly,
it's
well,
it's 545 BT with over 20 more actual health damage. So it penetrates the
Jeez.
same as 545 BT, but it has like 20 more HP damage per bullet, and it fires faster.
so it's better than an AK
It's
round.
broken.
It's broken.
Yeah,
Again,
it's broken.
Yeah,
back to
then-
my thing where I said BSG made this game for end game. You know,
Yeah.
hmm
like they have all these crazy ammos that they're now finally just taking off the flea market because they're like, all right, they've tested this enough for end game shit. Now
Yeah.
let's start bringing it back. I feel like they're working from end game down to like beginning game.
Y'all weren't
Well-
supposed to have this stuff.
Yeah.
Now I know they just recently took
It was
that.
supposed to be harder than this.
I know they took that 9x21 BT off of the prepper level 4, right? Y'all were
Yes.
saying that.
I think that
So
they
that,
took it
that
out.
next level down, that PS round, that 9x21, it looks like it's still on prepper level 4,
Mhm.
but that almost performs exactly like regular BT.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it's a submachine gun that shoots BT, essentially 545 BT. And
That's
so
pretty nuts.
At 950 rounds per second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that might be once I
Need to start
unlock
running the
that,
shrimp
that
more.
might be my favorite gun.
I'm running the shrimp now. God damn.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I need. It's just got to hit my shots a little bit more, and that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just have to get better at the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, goddamn.
That's wild.
So speaking of getting better at the game, how about the scavs this wipe, guys?
Oh Jesus. Don't even-
Oh,
Okay,
God.
all right, Okay, so I'm gonna come from my personal side. All right, so when initially wipe happened, I was getting like I was getting killed by more scavs than I was PMCs, and that's irregular because I get killed by a lot of PMCs. But so I like recently with because like they they toned them down a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like they're just the same regular old scavs as they were before. Like I feel like I can walk up on them, like all that. Like, but that's just me. Like but I'll see people like getting smoked by scavs. I'm like, did I not update my game right or something?
No,
Like, what
I
is going
definitely
on?
feel like the update to the scavs, because like they were at the beginning of the wipe, was bad. It
Yeah,
was
it was
absolutely
awful.
insane. And then they toned them down, and I was like, I can actually like lean into these guys and peek them now. Like I'm not
Mhm.
scared to go shoot a scav now, you know.
Mhm.
And then they actually took all the bad ammo away from them too, or I mean all the good ammo away from them. And now like they're actually like, okay, he's not hitting me from 200. I take that back. I have still been shot by sniper scavs across
yeah.
the map, and I'm like, why are you even taking this shot? You probably have a Mosin with iron sights without the front iron sight on it, man. Like
Right.
Yeah.
like they're not
That
as good as
tender
me.
ability,
I'm
yeah.
only that good with a Mosin. They're not. You know, it's just
I am Mosin man.
yeah.
And I actually pulled a couple clips that would be able to represent this. I might go ahead and try to share my screen right
Oh,
now.
here we
for-
go.
Here we go. He
Hey,
really wants to
I-
share his screen.
Andy
guys. Let's
really
let
he
him.
just
Guys,
wants to
yeah,
he just
he's
wants to plug
quality.
his TikTok and everything,
I'm
you know.
not- Okay. Hold up.
No,
hold
pull him
up,
up, pull him
hold
up,
hold
pull him
hold up. Go live. So this one was with me and you, Nathan. Are y'all able to see that?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see it, but I can't hear it.
Yeah, we
I
can't
might
hear
have
it.
it muted.
It is literally this was a 366 AP
Nope,
that I
can't hear
got
it.
double tapped with in like a split second. He's right here. He's right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Somewhere in there.
again goes to show they're just shooting you through bushes. You can't even see them.
Oh, absolutely.
It's wild. So I get double tapped with 366 AP immediately. And I have another clip, but I'm not going to show it right now. I was in a 2v1 fight in Crack House just after Nathan died downstairs because we couldn't figure out the audio. And I'm upstairs, Crack House, in a 2v1, and I had already been a little bit weak at that point. They shot me a couple times, and I scoped down to look down the hallway, and I got shot from the side by the machine gun scav from Stronghold to die as I'm
That's rough.
holding an angle inside of Crack House. So what I feel like about these scavs is that like it feels like their range of sight was just like turned up to like 69, and it
Nice.
was just and it was just I don't know how much changed about their accuracy or not. I haven't dove too far into that, but the fact that he can see me inside
Yeah.
of Crack House through those tempered glass windows
I saw a
is
guy.
insane.
I saw
Yeah.
a guy get clapped. You know the little med room, but so you go upstairs. There's the office. There's like the actual crack house area, and then there's like that side room with the meds in it and the boxes.
Yep.
So I saw somebody open that door to that room, walk in, and then just fall over dead because a scav at Stronghold shot through the tempered glass and through the wall and killed him. I was like, bro, that's unreal. Like the rogue bosses aren't even doing that. You know, like
the rogue bosses are hitting you on the other side of the wall though.
oh yeah.
So we did a scav run last night on the lighthouse, and one of my buddies, he got killed. He was behind underneath the container that the sandbag gunner's on. He was behind that on like the street side and got killed by the grenade launcher on the other side of the container. And like he just fell over. Like we heard the grenade launcher go off, and then he just fell over, and it was like, what?
Where did that come from? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one, like, listen, I've shot heavy machine guns a lot. Okay, I've shot a variation of the machine guns that are in this game. You cannot shoot someone that fast with that gun. Those rogues will hit you through a crack that is an inch wide in the like between your eyeballs, and
at 300 meters.
At 300 meters. And let me just tell you, there isn't sights on those guns that allow that. And in order to shoot that gun, it is tracer like lead. So every 5th round is a tracer in those guns. And so how you aim in on those guns is you follow the tracer. You're not down on it like this, like shooting like that. You're not doing that. You
Get
are
your mouth popped.
Exactly. You're shooting and you're following your tracers. And like I hate that about the rogues, because it's like you'll walk by a crack and it's just like dead, and you're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
There's such a good clip of Nathan
Kentucky
getting wiped by that.
Yeah, there is.
Like Kentucky killed you, and you're like, all right, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Fucking world's greatest shot over here.
Yeah, right.
They are a basketball state.
Yeah.
I mean,
unreal.
There's two opinions about that, right? And that is the first one, when they introduced the rogues, they introduced smarter AI to the point where no one really knew what was going on at the start of the wipe. Because apparently they communicate with each other, and they can they remember your location after they see you, right? So that's why they can shoot through like certain objects.
Well, so do you remember when the rogues were introduced? They introduced the rogues, they introduced the new AI, but then it was said, Nikita said, whenever we introduce the rogue bosses, that's whenever AI is gonna like flip. Like we're gonna have a completely new AI. And we've seen absolutely nothing from that. We haven't seen anything, we haven't heard anything, and it's like, yo, the rogue bosses were implemented a while ago. Like, where's this new AI at?
Under delivery speaks again.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, like, that's just BSG, right? Like,
yeah,
it's streets, it's rogue bosses, it's lightkeeper, it's traders, it's you know, it's nothing new, but that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, like that's all. Maybe if you would have got here on time, you know, we would have heard that, but.
Well, and again, from like what we you know what we were talking about, like it's like almost like the developers were like, well, you know, they won't get this far, they won't get that far.
Yeah, these are too hard. Like
this is too hard. Like it's too hard for our guys. Like they won't get this far.
Yeah,
and then,
like Demirka, we've seen you play. You're absolute trash. Like you should not be the one testing how hard this is. I'm surprised the Scavs got through with how he plays, man. Like, like, dude. Oh my goodness.
Crayon says, I think the new AI is working since they now lean and peek and prone.
They've been doing that for a while.
I love when they prone in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah, they just lay down.
They just lay down. Like
I'm just happy that it's not.
Position.
I'm happy that it's not the instant lay down that it was last wipe.
Yeah.
Remember
as they lay down,
they'd shoot you, and then a frame later they'd be on the ground, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
No. Like the perfect thing that happened like a few wipes ago or last wipe is you shot a scav and they would crouch, right? Like fucking Matrix shit, and then you would shoot again, and then they would prone, and you're like, how do?
I have a clip of a scav spam crouching. He's going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm like, how am I supposed to even track that? Like, is this AI learning? Like,
he's learning Halo tactics.
Yeah, right.
We got to move forward.
Yeah. going on to bugs and stuff. One of the bugs that I am finding that I absolutely hate, I can't stand, is whenever I go into my traders and like I'm moving my mouse around and I accidentally hover over like my ammo case or something, and just this giant list appears in the middle of my screen. Then I hit escape to go back to my stash, and that just list is just in the middle of my screen and I can't see anything. I don't understand how some of these bugs get through. I'm like, I mean, I get,
bug.
yeah. Oh, the moving
That one's
bug.
bad.
I had one where there was something in one of my scav junk boxes. I couldn't sort the scav junk box.
Yeah.
It would make, like, every time I went into the scav junk box, it'd make me boot back to the menu. And I'm like, I guess I'm just not using anything in that box, you know?
Yeah, or you're like, you do something, like you build a gun or something like that, and it goes moving error, and it's like,
It sends you back
2
15 minutes.
2 days in the past.
Yeah.
Here's
It's
my
like,
stash again.
it's like we're running streets.
Yeah.
You're running
Yep.
around, then all of a sudden you teleport. It's like,
Yep.
what the hell?
I've also heard of this bug that might be in, right, Waylon? Like where you make a gun and you load into raid and the gun just
Alright.
disappears.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
So
tell me
I
about that.
figured that out. So for the M4, if you're using the jailbreak and the new suppressor that they added, you cannot have those two together or you will not load in with your gun. If you die and you insured it, you'll get it back. No one will see the gun on you. If you don't die, you'll load back into your stash with that gun in your slot, in your gun
So
slot.
the gun is there.
It's there, but not visually.
What?
It's just
That's-
there like the Lord. He's just right over your shoulder, you know, he's just waiting.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
And then also I had
So-
a bug with me and Waylon where there was no sound.
Yep, I
he
saw that
he
one.
emptied an entire clip and
Oh,
or
right.
mag, sorry, it's not a clip. Emptied an entire mag, and I saw the muzzle flash and everything. Never heard a single sound.
Right.
And if you watch the clip, I say that I heard it, but I never saw it. That's what I said in the clip.
You
But
got
Yeah.
all sorts of tongue twisters.
all-
yeah,
yeah.
hey man, my mind was just like, what is happening?
Way
You know?
ahead.
Yeah.
Or the airdrops.
Oh,
There's no-
airdrops.
Sit
No
down?
sound airdrops.
As
You're like,
sometimes.
I get some every once
Yeah.
in a while.
I've had them every once.
I
Yeah.
have yet to get a single sound. Like
I've heard
people will be
one.
like, "There's an airdrop over there." You see the airplane. And I was like, I don't even hear it, and it's just like coming in, and then it just like the airdrop just comes down, no parachute, and just on the ground, and you're like,
That
"Where did
and
that come
then
from?"
Yep.
the reserve not working. You know, like
We will.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just about to say,
Yeah.
like, can we just appreciate the fact that you can go hocus pocus and the door is gone? Like,
wait, is
Yeah.
that what happens?
Yeah, the door
yeah,
just
so
opens randomly.
you press the button
Okay.
and then something about your scav rep pops up, right? Or some
Yeah.
rep pops
Yeah.
up, and then you wait like 20 seconds, and then the door just
So Waylon, that
Disappears.
one time, if me and you would have
Okay.
waited, we probably could have
Yes.
got out.
and then wait. Once you get into the extract, nothing happens, right? Like once you get in there, nothing pops up.
You just end
up
after,
leaving?
Like 20
Scav rep?
seconds,
And
you just go out.
disappear.
Oh,
In.
That's D2 extract, by the way.
In.
oh,
Nice.
okay. I don't go to reserve enough.
I'm excited to do my bunker quest.
Oh, I remember doing
Those
that.
other
Not
days.
doing that. Not taking D2 was one of the most like. It was so nerve wracking because I was like, "How the hell do I get out of here?" I spent an entire raid. Like, I went down to D2. It didn't work. I was like, "All right, whatever. I'll just go hit the button." I hit the button. I went to Hermetic, but because I couldn't hear anything, I didn't know if it was still open. By the time I got there, I had to kill raiders because raiders spawned. Killed the raiders. Got to D2 or not D2, a Hermetic. It wasn't open anymore. So I was like, fuck it. Dropped my bag, ran all the way back to the button, hit the button again, ran all the way back, and then got out. I was like, guys, I can't play anymore today. Like, emotionally, I am just done.
Exhausted.
Can we just rewind for a while? So for okay, first thing, you got raiders to spawn?
Yeah. I know. That's
But,
why I'm
like-
like, yeah, raiders, bosses, they never spawn. But, you know, whenever I'm having like an anxiety attack about getting out of this raid, because I have all these quest items, I have everything done, raiders, of course, spawn. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
And
Yeah.
also you said a sentence that no Tarkov players haven't ever said. If I can't go down in D2, it's nerve-wracking to extract. It's usually the other way around. Like when you go
Right.
D2, it's fucking nerve-wracking.
See, I've had extract campers twice at D2 my entire life.
Well,
Oh,
lucky
last
you.
wipe I had on like every other raid. It was a KS-23M to my legs and shooting my wee wee off, man.
Yeah, I've never.
Just one tap. As soon as I open the door, just tink.
Yeah.
My thing's on the wall behind me.
Yeah.
So what I've actually done one time, regarding that, is I wanted to try it out. Right, like you guys know me, I'm the Shoreline
ashamed of yourself.
Chad, and so I went D2, and you know this little hallway, right? The connector.
Mhm.
And I opened the door, and I was stuck behind the door. And by the way, this is the first and last time I ever camped, right? And I sat there with my KS-23, and this guy ran through, and he opened the door, and I was stuck behind the door, and I shot him in the legs, and he was frantically shooting around him. And all I could hear before he died was, "Oh, you're such a piece of shit." And then his PMC went, "Oh."
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He knew. He was like, "I'm dying here.
Chat.
I'm
Well,
dying."
and those reactions are why those extract campers do it. They love it.
Oh, because it's such good content. It is. In
Really is.
small portions. When you see it on TikTok, it's like, bro, that's hilarious.
Boy, we mentioned him earlier. Stank Rat, man. He's one of my guilty pleasures.
Dude,
on
he's
TikTok.
gonna
I
need
love
like
watching him eat the cheese balls. He's like, "Oh shit, there's somebody coming."
Like wiping his fingers.
Dude, I like he's gonna need a shout out down in the comments for the YouTube because I mean we've talked to
He
him,
will.
talked about him 3 times now.
That guy cracks me up.
Dude, he's funny.
He'll be doing
Man.
cooking streams while he's camping D2. Or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, new players.
So yeah, I mean, we've kind of already
Mhm.
went over this a little bit, but like I kind of wanted to bring to light, like I did at the beginning, kind of how Trev is like new, and I wanted to hear like what for somebody who is new at the game, what is your experience like?
Can we get a level check in the chats? We've got 5 chats open. How many? What levels we got? What experiences?
Yeah,
we got?
everybody,
Right.
what level are you in chat?
Yeah.
But
It's called Level Check Podcast for a reason.
But I
Yeah.
kind of want to hear like because we've all played for so long that we don't get to experience that new of Tarkov. And you went to it a little bit about experiencing quests for the first time.
Yep.
Like I honestly don't remember what that's like anymore.
Yep.
You know, like it kind of sucks. But
So a lot of my experience. And Tactical Crayon said he's level 20. So a lot of my experience. So my background in video games is Call of Duty. Whose isn't really most of the time, but Call of Duty, League of Legends, Star Citizen. That's how my path has led here. This game to me has been like the most fun and thrilling challenge. And I hate it and I love it, as I'm sure we all do. But as far as like questing, right? So I started in August. I think I made it to like level 30 something. And it was just like it was difficult. Like, cause it was like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to find myself or like find a way around the map, trying to find extracts. I'm trying not to die, and I'm trying not to like I'm trying to do like a quest. I'm trying to find my fucking Sailawaz, and I can't find them because level 69 freaking PMC is camping woods where I'm trying to learn the map, find my extracts, find my Sailawaz, and like just get out. And I can't do any of that. And so like literally because like I had EOD like from the beginning, because you know I'm hardcore. I go all the way, you know. I'll buy
over
the
here.
whole thing.
Money bags.
Not even.
Chat, he's buying everybody accounts in chat if you don't have a game.
Anyway, listen, I just bought a new PC. Okay? There's no longer funds. Okay. But no, it's just like just, and now like I did these quests, but like now I'm at even more new quests because I passed the ones that I learned, and now I'm at these new ones. I just finished the one where you got to dress up as a blueberry and all that, and like I'm learning Shoreline for the first time. I think I went on Shoreline twice in like my last wipe because I was so like scared of it. And now I'm like on Shoreline and I still don't know it.
Stage.
Yeah.
That
I'm
map
like,
freaked me out at your
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
like I'm like, I have no idea about this map. Like all I see on like the streamers I watch are these guys going down like the hallways in the fort, like
Yeah, drop
Like,
down holes and
Yeah.
losing
Yeah,
audio
Yeah.
and
Running
like,
past
all that.
doors, like.
yeah, like all I like I'll
Yeah.
bring up like Glorious. He'll run past a door and he's like, "There's a guy in there," and I'm like, when did you see a guy? When did you see a guy? When did you see him? You wizard! And he'll run
You
back and
wizard.
he'll strafe the door and just like smoke him. And I'm like, could you imagine being that person? Like you just saw this guy run by and he was like, "Nyeh," and you're like, was that a guy? And then he kills you and you're like, what the shit?
I
But,
feel
like,
like
in
it's
the-
almost like as if as you get more experience with the game,
Yeah.
you're going faster, but it's almost like you're slowing down. Like you see more, you know? Like you end up going in like slow motion to where people like you, it's like they're just whizzing past, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where like
Mhm.
if it was Glorious versus Glorious and one Glorious was in the room, it's like he would have known Glorious just ran past him, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit, let me get on the other side of this door or whatever so I can whenever he crosses back, we can
Right.
I don't know."
I mean, I did it. I watched him and I saw his like little PvP guide, and I tried out some of the stuff, and I on this one PMC I ran into, and he was like narrating my whole like thing. He's like, okay, he's dropped his backpack. Okay, now he's running against the wall to cause a distraction. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to kill you, okay? Like, stop making fun of me.
Yeah.
Stop moving so much. I want to
Yeah.
shoot you.
I just want to kill you.
Yeah.
It's just, and it was just like, like whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
my chat said slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Yeah, sometimes.
So what would interest me is right. It's like I had a really weird start of Tarkov experience. Like how did y'all first of all get into Tarkov, and second of
Mhm.
all, like how did you learn it? Like did you have buddies, or did you go into like official discords, or just like a quick 2-3 sentence story and let the people
I
know how you
was
learned
painful.
Tarkov?
So I was in a Star Citizen stream, and one of my buddies was like, Star Citizen's a little stale right now. You should try Tarkov. I tried it, and I was like, okay, I like this, but this is really hard. And then I just got addicted. And as far as like learning the game, at first I had some people show me, but I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but it was like I felt like a burden. Because like at that point in the wipe,
Yeah.
like people were like high levels. I'm trying to find my bronze pocket watch, and they're like, and then
Yeah.
like I make a mistake, and like I would get yelled at by this like the guy I was playing with, and I'm like, bro, I'm level 2, you're level like 50 something. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Like, and that was my initial experience. But then like I just being a streamer, like I would find people like they'd come in the chat like, hey, I'll show you, and I would be like, look, disclaimer, I suck, so like please don't yell at me. And so
Disclaimer.
was-
I'm
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
First timer,
so-
be gentle.
yeah, exactly. But
I'm a
that's
virgin.
mine, so you
So
guys go.
for me it was back in 2020 or I think it was early 2020 maybe, whenever Reserve came out, and the game
Mhm.
just exploded. Just like Pestily was everywhere, Tarkov was everything. YouTube, it was just like, hey, recommended, and I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
I'm sick of these new fucking BRs coming out. I hate BRs. I'm so done with BRs. Just give me something new. Like, and I was like, man, but they kept recommending. I was like, fine, whatever. I'll watch one of Pestily's videos.
Yeah.
I watched it. 8 hours later, I'm still watching Pestily videos. And then like 2 weeks later, I bought the game and I haven't looked back since. I played with a couple buddies at first. And then as I started streaming more, I think they didn't really, I don't think that they cared that I streamed, but it makes it harder to play with somebody when
Yeah.
they're both not streaming, right? It's kind of like a weird dynamic almost.
Yeah, it is.
So they kind of got away from me, and then I started playing solo for a really long time, and then now I'm pretty much here. You know, I met Waylon, I met Blake, and then ever since then, I was just like, yo, let's do this, you know? So
Mhm.
that's kind of how I got into it and to where I am now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine was actually I started streaming with Sea of Thieves. I don't know if y'all played that before. It's actually a great game, but I had gotten so burnt out on it from playing it so much, and I was looking for something else to play. And at that point, I was just like poking around in streams, and I was like, "Damn, it's been a while since I stopped by Dr. Lupa's stream." Because the first time I had been subscribed to him since like 2017, I think, and I just like I kept it recurring because I just he's Dr. Lupo, love that guy. Um, and I was like, I'm gonna take a peek at I'm gonna take a legitimate peek at this Escape from Tarkov game, and I spent like a week in there, and I was sitting there just like, God damn it, I've got to get a PC now. And I got this laptop, which is boy, it needs to
He's still a
be
laptop gamer.
replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, laptop gaming and streaming
Yeah.
on a laptop.
On a
Goddamn.
single laptop.
It's
No
it
wonder you
needs
can't
to
run any
change
maps.
for sure.
That's a hell of a laptop.
Never gonna ever.
That's a
Yeah,
hell of a
I did get
laptop.
a good laptop, but yeah, I legitimately got a PC for this game. I stuck on Sea of Thieves for about a week or two just to make sure that I could like my left hand. It felt like my left hand got hit with hammers, and I didn't know where any of my fingers were the first time I like started playing on PC. It was so bad. I was such garbage, and then I'd start picking up Tarkov in the last month of a wipe, and um, my survival rate may have been 10%. It was terrible.
That's how it
I
goes.
was learning by myself. So like the learning curve for me at first, for like the whole first wipe for me, it was me playing solo because I couldn't talk my buddies into getting into it. And God, it was a struggle bus beyond belief.
Yep.
And it wasn't until this past, I guess I could say full year, the past like 6 months or so, it's been like me, Nathan, or like whoever wants to join in. But before that, it was just like random people I was playing at night. But now I'm playing just like in the mornings consistently, and now I could like have like a consistent duo partner of some sort, and it's become so much better.
Hold up. When we met, you were still new at Tarkov, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. I see you
yeah.
strutting through the resort, and I'm like, oh my god, what
Oh.
is this guy doing?
Dude, yeah, that was
And so I
that
killed you.
moment.
I'm just kidding.
That was that moment, Rev, that I was talking about, where like my first time like learning shoreline and resort.
Yep.
That was overwhelming beyond
Oh,
belief.
yeah.
And Domino was somebody that I ran into. I don't know whether you killed me in raid, more than likely. But uh, I remember like we ended up running duos right after that, and I just see this guy booming around. He's looted third and first floor before I've even opened up the second door of second, and um, it was wild, really. But like I did end up like absolutely loving the first swipe that I got, like absolutely loving like other maps rather than just customs, was probably last wipe, honestly, as when I got really into like interchange, shoreline, a little bit of reserve, but you know, yeah.
Right.
I was about to say, you still, you can see that, and I think that about Rev and Nathan as well. Like your playstyle really mirrors how you started out with the game.
Mhm.
Like Blake, for your example, you've grown more confident, yeah, sure, but you're not yet on Wayland and mine level, if I can be
No,
so
no.
harsh, right?
I try.
Um,
No, you're not being harsh about that. I still try to like
You
hold
suck, Blake.
angles, or I need to get good with the U. No, it's I would definitely say I've grown more confident in my PvP.
yeah,
Definitely
definitely.
since that time that we played, and it's
Same with
gotten a
Nathan.
lot better. But
Mm.
I do still try to play a little bit low compared to a lot of like the chads out there. So
Yeah.
or what? Yeah, you know. But
Yep.
it's just definitely a slower play style.
Okay, so Nathan told about how he started Ref and you. Now, from my perspective, I was really curious about Waylon because Waylon and I share the same playstyle, and I'm curious how he started out and
So he
how.
didn't care how we started. He just
Oh no,
he's just
definitely. No. Like, it's
he
interesting
was
for
just
everyone.
asking Waylon, but he wanted
I'd
to
like
make
hear
it
from
seem
a
like
fellow Chad.
I mean, it's a podcast. Everyone has a chance to speak, right? No, but like Waylon, I think, in my opinion, Waylon is a little bit above me still. Yet I'm curious how he started out.
I was watching. You all know who Cotton is, right? The Cotton
yeah,
Bee
yeah.
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 Twitch streamer. I watched him back in 2017. I watched him play for I think it was like a week, and at that time there was very minimal maps. The game was just like coming out. I was like,
Mhm.
all right, fuck it, I'll try it. You know, everyone starts out, they're all slow walking around, looting everything, and then I just get shit on. So I started like looking at other like higher up streamers, Chads, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna play like that, see how it goes, and it's just been how it is now.
Wow, Chad from day one.
Yeah. Day one
Short
Chad.
story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, everybody that's like been playing this game for a while, and that's pretty good. The first first advice they're gonna give you is don't have gear fear.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Yeah.
be afraid to wear that and use that.
Yeah.
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 And
Get
that
ready to
helps
die.
so much. Yeah, that helps so much because, like, if you're like a lower level, you could beat a Chad if you had better armor or better gun, better ammo.
Sure.
You could have beat him right there.
Oh yeah.
And that helps so much because like your first wipe you're not going to be wearing like slicks because everyone's like, oh, that's the best armor. You're like, well, I don't really want to lose it.
Yeah.
Use it. That's
Use
the
it.
only way
I do
you'll
that.
get better.
Yeah.
I do that now. My stash is pretty much empty. And
So-
I've got 9,000 rubles.
So Dom,
Hmm.
let's hear a quick one for you because like we kind of do got to wrap it up here, but I know we have one more big topic that we want to talk about. So let's hear your
Right.
story, and then we're gonna get on to the biggin, the last one, which might actually take us over pretty good. But
No
It's
worries,
alright.
no worries. I'll keep it short and sweet. Yeah, I started out because I was the biggest Shroud fanboy, and
He's
I was
alright.
really into CS:GO at that time. And then I watched Shroud, and I was like, "What is this game?" I couldn't find it anywhere. And then eventually, a buddy of mine told me, like, "Yo, that's Escape from Tarkov. You should check it out." And then I bought it. I bought the standard edition. I think I played it for a week on my laptop with like an Intel dual core on there and integrated graphics, and I was like, God damn, I can't do shit.
holy shit.
And then I got into Hunt Showdown. I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
And
Love that
the
game.
permadeath aesthetic about it really got to me. And then I was like, you know what? I have this game. Let's give it another shot. So I went into like a public Discord, and there were like 4 other German people in there. And they were like, oh yeah, bet we have one other newbie here, one other Timmy, right? So we'll show you the ropes. What I didn't know at that time is they were RPers, role players.
Oh,
Tarkov
So
role
I was-
players?
Yeah,
those guys
so I
are
was in a
hard. Those guys are
5-man.
hardcore.
That would be fun as
Yeah.
fuck. I would love to go do that. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I would love
All
to
good.
go do like a day of just RP, just voice chat only, like VoIP only. I just wish the VoIP was better, like DayZ or something.
Yeah.
It would be so much better. But anyways,
I wish
sorry.
there was
Go ahead.
like a way to dedicate a server to VoIP only.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be so fun. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, it's not fun to start out Tarkov with hardcore RPers.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And like Blake said, I think Blake or Ref said it, like you feel like a burden, right? Almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
And especially like I don't have military background, so I don't know all the comms they were giving me.
Right.
Right? So it was fucked up. And yeah, ever since I've just been watching like Tufi, Trey 24K, and I was like, I want to
Mhm.
get better at this game. I want to be this game. And then one of the biggest
wanna escape.
fucking I want to be the escape from Tarkov.
Mhm.
And then Pestily once said, "Knowledge is power," and I really took that to heart.
True.
And,
I remember. I heard that too, and I was just like, like this game, like if you don't know shit, you're not gonna
Yeah.
do shit. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
and I think that was. Do you guys know Slavic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 2 days ago, and I asked him for a backpack, and I told him like, take me a Birkhood and not the pillbox because the pillbox is 3 kilos heavier than a Birkhood. And he was like, that can't be true. And he checked it, and he's like, Domino, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's how I started, and ever since I've just been in love with Tarkov and haven't stopped playing.
Nice.
3 kilos.
Well, I
Nice.
will say that you being like, oh, where can I find this game? Where can I find this game? A lot of my TikToks and YouTube shorts, I'm not gonna lie, I have people that come in and they're like, what is this game?
Yeah.
And I'm
Same.
like, bro, like, how do you not know about this game? Like, I feel like it exploded. It became like a mainstream thing, but I feel like it kind of fell out. And now, like, people again are like not knowing what it is. So I feel like
Mhm.
Tarkov could have a second blow up at some point if they start doing things right. And one of the things that might kill this game, next topic, is the people with really good gaming chairs and
Mhm.
RGB
Ooh.
keyboards. The people with the RAM that just goes through colors. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like Blake, I know you got clips. You just got a recent clip of it of a flying man's,
Yeah,
and
me and Everbilt.
and then Trey had the clip of the cheater taking his kill from him. And then and instantly, Blake, you had that happen. I was posting it in my chat and people were coming in and it was like, all you have to do is shoot those guys in the leg. And it's like,
I heard that.
that is and
Mm.
it's true, but that is the most
Is it?
it's the most brain dead thing that I hear, because it
Yeah,
goes,
it's not the problem.
that's yes, exactly. That's not the problem. It's not. It's the same thing as the just slow right hand peek of the rogues or slow right hand peek the boss or the scavs. It's the same thing. It's just like a meta like workaround for a broken thing. And
Yeah.
I'm like, again, none of us are developers. We can't just be like, oh, just do this. But like,
This is the first wipe I've seen this this floating like
it
god mode sheet
coming out
everywhere.
like crazy.
I
Yeah.
don't know y'all's experience, but I've run into the wall hacks and the guys that are clearly aimbotting,
Mhm.
squad wiping. But to me, this is the first time I'm seeing as many floating gamers
Yeah.
as I've
And
ever
people
seen.
People are
posting
paying
clips.
for it.
Yeah, people are posting
Yeah.
clips now, and you just saw the guy that got Kappa, who it was in Nice Guys like whole thing, and that whole thing blowing up, and now that guy is like gone, like he's not responding to anybody. It's like, so was he cheating? Like, who knows? And then you have the Rengar situation where Rengar just got killed by somebody. And Rengar was like, "Oh, this guy's cheating. I'm gonna get him banned in 10 minutes." Sent the stuff over to BSG, and then a day later, the guy's banned, and he's like, "I wasn't actually cheating. I shot him in the ankles."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's
Wow.
like,
Did you guys hear about the the cheater that got into someone's computer?
no,
Heard about that.
So there was somebody
That was scary.
he hacked into the person's computer and like I don't know exactly the whole story, but had like a thing on the screen that was like somebody dancing around like movie shit. Like the thing you
Mhm.
see where they hack the computer and like the hackers got like a childish thing that they put on the person's computer screen where it's like get better,
it's like that
get
squirrel
better.
dancing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And he hacked into this person's computer and did that. That's like,
Wild.
what is wrong with people? Like, what
I
are you
think
doing? Just
Yeah.
play the game. If you suck at it,
Mm.
maybe don't play, or watch some YouTube
Yeah.
videos like the rest of the world.
whoever did that is the guy that creates the cheats, and that is insane.
Yeah.
Those guys. The thing is about these like yeah, you can say what you want about the guys that buy the cheats, whatever. Like there's 1,000 different insults. I can't even say it on TikTok anymore because I got shadow banned on one of my freaking videos for it. But
Mhm.
and I'm gonna refrain from saying anything about it. But the people that create these cheats are on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, and they're making a wild amount of money.
Yeah, well, and there's like
The
there's the two
people
people.
that buy them are just the ones that we need to be
Yeah,
upset with.
so there's
Chat
the
says
two.
cheater in all games.
There's the yes, and that's true. It's not just Tarkov. You look at
Mhm.
Apex, you look at Modern Warfare. They all have their cheater issues, but it's like there's two types of cheaters in Tarkov, right? You have the ones that are doing it for monetary gain. That yeah, okay, that might be how they put their bread on their table. Like maybe like they're just not in a good spot. Whatever. I'm not.
okay.
Yeah, no,
but-
I'm not defending them.
Mm.
But like
Yeah.
you have that, the people that do it for actual money, and you just have the people that do it for I want to ruin other people's day. You know?
Yeah.
So
That was the last ones we ran into.
so you have like the RMTs where it's like those are real money transactions. That's how those people make their money. And you have the people that buy the RMTs, which is just as bad. It's against Tarkov's TOS. It's the same thing as the single player Tarkov thing that's going around. It's against TOS. Like you can get in trouble for it.
Mhm.
But it's like and you have the people that are just like rage hackers, you know? They're just like I want to do this to ruin somebody's life. Or not life, but like ruin somebody else's fun because that's fun for me, you know?
Yeah.
Either way it's
Yeah.
garbage, but like and again, we're not saying this is how you fix it. We're just like there's got to be something, you know? Like I don't know how to do it, but there's got to be something that can be done about it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Speaking
I
of those troll type of hackers, those the guys that me and Waylon ran into, I guess it was Friday,
Yeah.
yesterday, or was it Thursday? Was it
It was the
yesterday?
13th.
Okay,
Friday the 13th.
but that's right. Yeah, that's right. Well, lucky us.
Mhm.
So I had to do so much during my workday to refrain them from trying to clip and do all sorts of things. I had to ban like 3 or 4 different people
No way, for real?
trying to clip that VOD in the because I noticed it because I went back to like check the stats on the stream and whatnot, and I noticed that there was one clip in particular clipped by this one guy that had like 70 something views. So he posted this clip in his Discord of cheaters, and they all just took a peek at it and were just sitting there just
Oh,
trolling.
wow.
And then I
Did you
deleted
get
that.
in? Did you
banned the
get into
guy.
Discord or whatever? Or
No,
Okay.
it's just evident that's how it
Okay.
happened. And so then I ended up there was a offline subscriber that happened because they thought that since I deleted my own clip of it, they were like, oh well, he might have it on subscriber only mode. 2 different guys came in and subscribed so that they could try to clip it and download it. And I had already turned that mode
yeah,
off.
because they would sub,
I just
cancel their get their
I
shit,
unpublished my VOD.
and then cancel their sub. Wow.
Yeah. So like it's literally just like they'll even just come in just for a clip. It's insane.
Wow.
It's
Well, I know whenever last
tiny
wipe,
pain energy.
whenever me and Waylon ran into flashbang hackers, I got flashed like 15 times in like 2 seconds. And there was just a ton of like there was multiple clips of it. It's like dude, like that's weird.
Uh-huh. It's a
Like,
different
was one of
community.
those guys named Matthew528?
I don't know.
Yes.
He came and followed me too. That's weird. How did he get mine?
Wait, he followed me as well.
Matthew 528, he followed me as well.
I feel like I have that name in my 528 right here.
Matthew 528, he followed me
I
a few days ago.
I think
2
it
days
might
ago.
be, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I've got it right here in my feed. In my feed.
Yeah.
Matthew 528.
Yeah.
He
Same.
subbed to me as
Well,
well.
Yeah.
He didn't sub to me.
He didn't sub to me either. What an asshole.
That's weird.
His
He
channel
could have
has
used his
nothing
Twitch
on it.
Prime, you know?
I'm not completely sure whether that person was it,
Hmm.
but there was a couple I recognized that name, but there was a couple other people that I had to end up banning, and I just deleted the alert and everything.
Oh.
That tried to come in as well.
Weird.
I don't know whether that guy is. It's kind of ironic that it's in
In all of
in
ours
our,
now, yeah.
But,
How much time do we have left? Just
we're-
question.
We're
we're
over
past
time.
it.
Yeah, we're over time.
Yeah, we're over like 15 minutes. But that's
Yeah. Why? You
Is
got
there-
something to say?
Oh yeah, I got plenty to say, but
Mhm.
is there does anyone need to go? Like,
No?
I am gonna have to go because I've got errands to run with the wife.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
All right. Well, if we
Yeah.
want to have closing arguments, we can have closing arguments for the day.
Okay, I just kind of want to take it back to the cheater problem.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's two types of cheaters. How many of y'all play labs, like religiously? Yeah, okay, Waylon, that was a
Well,
given.
used to. Used
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So, what I was gonna say is, you said there's rage hackers, and there's the people who do it for money. Anyone who plays labs knows that's only the top two genres. Like, there's a lot of subgenres. And this is the first wipe where I've noticed that the cheaters aren't just on labs, or that the cheaters aren't just like doing it to gain, right? Like, I've seen them on Shoreline, I've seen them on Customs, I've seen them on
Okay,
Reserve.
but what else is the reason to cheat then? Like, if I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, if you're not doing it for a monetary value, or you're not doing it to just like troll, like, what's the reason? You know?
yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not.
I think it points to
Right.
to what I was saying earlier about that clip. I think it's
Yeah,
simply just
it-
like Discord's full of people that are cheating that just want to
And-
share clips and montages of them
So-
trolling people.
I see
wanna
people
add
like
something.
showing their gear. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I want to add something because I've talked to a cheater, like personally. Like, they
Yeah,
got
same.
into my Discord, like joined it
Mhm.
because of my stream, and I was like, I'm curious. I just want to talk to him, so I pulled him into a channel, and he was saying like he's been playing the game for a long time, and he was good normally, and he was saying he was just tired of dying to cheaters, so he just became one. And he was saying it is crazy to see how many people will look at you through walls,
Mhm.
but won't actually kill you.
Oh yeah.
Just know where you are constantly and avoid you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, if you ever go into a raid and you don't ever see loot, that's why.
Well, yeah. The Veritas did that one video of like interviewing the guy and asked him those questions, and he
Yeah.
was saying the same exact thing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know.
That's wild.
But guys, I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sorry we're kind of like abruptly
Yeah.
ending it, but dude, like, this was pretty awesome. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're on YouTube watching this, all the links for all these guys will be in the description. And yeah, so guys, thank you guys so much for being here, watching everything like that. Are any of you guys staying live?
Yeah, who's staying live?
Let me talk to the wife.
Alright.
Waylon, you playing?
Gotta
Dude?
talk to the boss.
I'll probably be playing. I don't know if I'll stay
I'm
live. for
I'm
long,
off
but-
for the day. But I'm definitely willing to raid out to one of you guys. So
Yeah.
I
I mean, I can.
well, what are you
I
doing? Are
can't.
you staying live or no?
Yeah, I'll play for an hour or two.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Ben.
Shoot the raid his way.
Yeah. All right.
'Cause I'm not sure either.
Okay. All right. I'll either
So where are we going?
we'll either go Dom or Waylon. But
Alright,
guys,
I know where I'm
everybody in chat, thank you guys so much for
Mhm.
being here. Appreciate all you. I like hanging out, having a good time. I see chat rolling, but we're not really talking to you
Mhm.
that much. It's
Mhm.
more for an entertainment thing. If you guys missed a part, want to see the whole thing, it's going to be going up on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure when I can get it rendered out and stuff like that, because I do need to use my computer. Unfortunately, when I do render things, my computer's useless. Working on a second PC. It's actually sitting right there. Right there. That's
Ooh, check
it's
it
my
out.
old one.
Two
I
PCs.
still need
two
I still need a
PCs.
couple things, but I need money to buy those couple things.
Mm.
Money him a lot now.
Yeah, money
sense.
needing a lot now. But guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out, coming. I'm talking to chat. I'm talking to you guys. This has been awesome. I
Mhm.
hope we can do it
For
again,
sure.
and I'm sure we'll be talking
Absolutely.
after
We
this.
will do it again.
Oh
But-
yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
We'll have
that's
to
it.
decide if it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever we're going to do.
We got a little tweaking and planning to do here for sure.
Yeah,
True.
I definitely think this was
Also,
a
time
great
zones.
first.
Time
Yeah,
zones are
yeah,
important.
yeah. As a first run, I think this was great. You know,
Yeah, I did too.
I think we got a lot of stuff done. We
We
had
did
some
pretty
good
well.
conversations. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me.
All right.
Hope you guys
Yeah.
did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys
Yeah.
next time.
Love
All
your
right,
face.
see you,
guys.
everyone.
Yeah,
See ya.
man.
Peace.
Much love.
Bye.
Peace.